Good morning, friends. How are we doing? I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but we're finally here with our Pokemon HeartGold Soul Silver. Which one will it be? Nuzlocke Shiny Only Challenge. So here we are. We're going to try and get our starters this morning. Chat, how are we doing? Never Melt Ice, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I'm betting you're going to get the shiny Totodile this time. Hopefully you do, my friend. Kaylee, how are you doing? These streams have been in the morning so much better. I'm sorry I haven't been able to get in this week so far with the streams, but today, tomorrow, we'll definitely be here. Great to have you as always. Mighty, how are you doing? Luke, good morning to you. Veda, how are we doing? I hope you're well. Kados, Liam, Najmi, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but please correct me, but great to have you here. Shiny Ho-Oh is so cool, bro. Shiny Ho-Oh is one of the best. I love Shiny Ho-Oh. And S David, thank you so much for becoming our latest member of the channel. Really appreciate the support, my friend, and hope you're having a great morning yourself. Nick, Brian, James, how are we all doing? Marcus, great to see you. And Liam, how are we doing? David, have a great run. I hope you have a lot of luck with it, my friend, and keep us up to date with how the run is going for yourself, and hopefully we can join you very soon by getting this shiny starter. Zyra, how are we doing? Good to see you again. Good luck with the hunt. Thank you so much. Just about recovered from the one chip challenge that we did on Monday night stream, which was absolutely brutal. Never ever recommending for anyone to do that ever in their life. So yeah, I'm still feeling the after effects from that one for sure, but hopefully we have a bit of a, yes, that is the right counter button that we've got, and we can get straight into it. Yeah, no notif needed. There we go, Marcus. And Philip, how are we doing? Finally got the shiny Darkrai, 200 hours and 12k resets. That is absolutely insane. Testament to yourself on an incredible shiny hunt. So happy to hear that you managed to finally get the shiny Darkrai, which is such a good shiny as well. It must have felt so good when it popped up, the shiny coming in. Great to hear, my friend, and hope your next shiny hunt has a little bit more luck and you get it a bit quicker. But like, huge credit on the grind for it is crazy. Zyro, how are we doing? Good to see you again, my friend, and sorry for the lack of early streams this week. Just with all the video content that I've had, it's taken up a lot longer around some other issues that I've had, being able to kind of commit the time that I needed. So hopefully that out the way, getting into a bit more of a routine with these, getting back to the Nuzlockes in the morning. It's going to be really nice to dive back into it. And hopefully today we do see something shine from the start as we are getting deeper and deeper into these resets. So hopefully we see something shine soon. Phoenix, how are you doing, my friend? Great to see you as always. Thank you so much for joining this morning. How are you feeling today? I'm a lot better, my friend. The one chip challenge definitely set me back a little bit. It was like I say, one of those crazy things. I thought it would be fun for the stream. Really bad idea, but it was hopefully entertaining for a lot of you. I couldn't just believe how hot it was. John, how are you doing, my friend? Great to see you as always, and hope you're having a fantastic start to your Thursday morning. And you've been up to any shiny hunts, John? Hope you've been having a lot of luck with them, but let us know how you're doing, mate, and hope you enjoyed today's stream. Great to have you as always. Haynes, how are we doing? I hope you're well, my friend. I'm doing good, mate. Beautiful morning to finally get that shiny. It is a beautiful morning. Spring is finally started, so that is making my mood definitely a lot better. It's always good getting a bit of sunshine, isn't it? Like, been so rainy and dreary and miserable like the past few weeks, months, so on. So nice to have the weather kind of giving us a bit of hopefully shiny luck this morning. That'd be good. And David, currently on a single death as of now. My Nuzlocke Cyndaquil died from Falconer's Pidgeotto. Oh, that is absolutely brutal. I hate to hear it, mate, but one death so far, so good. So hopefully that is the only death of the run. But especially because it's your starter as well. That's like the worst, isn't it? It's like, yeah, but I guess it gives room for something else. Loved your video on AZ Vader. Thank you so much. I haven't had time to jump in and get back to all the comments yet. There's quite a few to go through, so I do plan getting back to all of the comments. Some really great thoughts from people about other things or what they think links to these stuff. So I'm looking forward to diving in, but pleased you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun making it. Already got the next one for next week. I'm going to try and make a weekly thing of them, dropping them on a Wednesday every week in the run up to ZA. So the next one should be quite an interesting one as well. But I do really like the Hooper tie-in to it. And it's so strange how the Hooper thing came about. So I had the whole video kind of planned out with the Infinity Energy anyway. But strangely, I had a weird dream, and in my dream was Hooper, and I woke up and I was like, that is it. So it was weird how it kind of came together in the whole way around it. But yeah, Roz, good morning to you. I hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Great to see you as always, and I hope the rest of your day is going to be very, very nice and pleasant, and you enjoy the stream for however long you can stick around for this morning. But always great to see you. And Muffin, my friend, how are we doing? Good morning to you. No need to apologize. You are the best. That chip, man, I told you be careful. Dude, you know what? When I ordered them, they came in a pack of 2. And I was like, I'll probably keep the other one and do that at another time. If I've ever got friends around and we want to do something dumb, we could do that. But with the remaining chip that I didn't finish, I put it swiftly in the bin with the sealed one. Bit of a waste, but I think no one needs to experience that. It's one of those things, man. Brutal. Never want to do it again. I have like no memory of how the battle in the challenge video went. All I remember is you suffering. I know. I feel like we should have won that battle as well. We should have won the battle, and I feel like my preparation was just so out the window. As soon as that chip happened, Bebum called the chip at the right time and just punished me for it. Like, we should have won 4 Pokemon versus 3. Like, we should have evolved the P2. A lot of we should haves in that one. But yeah, the battle, it was a fun stream. It was a fun stream overall. Philip currently going for the shiny, for the Shaman to complete the Gen 4 Mythicals. But good luck on the starter hunt. You're long overdue. Thank you so much, Philip. And good luck with the Shaman hunt as well, my friend. Do keep us updated with how that one is going, and I hope you we get it very soon. Lockie, how are we doing? Still going for your starter? How many days so far? So this will be day 3 on the starter hunt. I thought, you know, with going with 2 3DS systems, we'd get it a lot quicker. I was thinking maybe 2 days at the most, but it seems to be going on and on. But we will get it eventually. It'll be nice when we do see it shine. Lee G man, how are we doing? By the time you finish this Nuzlocke Legends, CA will be out. probably, my friend. But hopefully not. Hopefully we'll get through it a lot quicker than that. I would like to jump into X and Y, I think, before ZA drops as well, because I think it'd be nice to play through those games and then have that more fresh reference to everything that we see in ZA and how it all plays out as well. Scuddy, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Good luck with the hunt. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it, because we are definitely in need of some luck for this one. I'm not going to jinx it this morning and say I think it's going to shine, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Johnny Hacks, my man, how are we doing? I hope you're well and having a good morning over in sunny Italy. At least I hope it's sunny over there this morning, mate. When does the shiny hunting stop being a hobby and start becoming socialism? Yeah, mate. Well, always got to get on the grind for these. You know, it's weird. I've never had a shiny starter ever like reset for one before, so this will be the first time that I ever get one. Never melt ice. Good morning to you, my friend. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us this morning as well, and I hope you're having a fantastic day so far on this Thursday. Rich, how are we doing as well, mate? I hope you're good. Let's get this starter. My sentiments exactly, Rich. We need to get this starter and get it pronto so we can start this Nuzlocke. Let's get shiny Totodile. I'd be so happy with shiny Totodile. I really would. That's the one I really would like to see shine, but to see what the game decides, which one throws up the shiny first. If we get anything today, I'm hoping we do, but all we can do is keep going. Might Ear got a shiny Chinchou and Violet. Very nice. Lantern is such a cute Pokemon. Although its shiny looked better in the DS games. Still not complaining. Very nice shiny though, mate. And congrats on that one. I do love Lantern. It's such a cool Pokemon. That would be a great Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution, you know. If we are going to see a new batch of Megas in ZA, Lantern would definitely be one that I would love to see. and David, and for some reason I have 2 MVPs, Matchup and Butterfree. They're such good MVPs as well, aren't they? Both Pokemon are great. Are you going to plan to trade evolve for the Machamp when your Machoke evolves? Be nice if you're able to do that. Get the full power of Machamp. I love Machamp. It's such a great Pokemon. Rosa didn't even... I don't even know what a 1-chip is. I understand the concept of the challenge, but I don't know the chip itself, I guess. It's better off not knowing the chip, Roz, to be honest. It's just the hottest thing I have ever eaten in my life, and I never ever want to experience that or anything of that heat ever again. It was yeah, not good. Again, how are we doing? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for hopping in and joining us this morning. We done got you. Bebum definitely got us. Definitely got us in that one. I was super proud of you. Stuck it out though. The whole thing. Would have had my mouth around the shower head, mate. And even afterwards, even after the stream, I was in pain for a while after we finished as well. The heat did not like just subside just like that. It was pretty much, and then my stomach, like the heat in my stomach as well. Surprisingly though, I slept pretty well, which was weird. I thought I'd be like in bits throughout the night, but no, it was I was surprisingly okay. I love your recent ZA video. Thank you so much, mate. It was a fun one to put together. It's kind of the first time I've really done a video like that. I was pretty happy with how it turned out, but I think there's still a few things that could be improved, maybe. Still a few details that I feel like, oh, I missed out. I could have covered a little bit, but then, yeah, I guess I just take that into the next ones and then make sure that, like, I just fine tooth comb it before I put it out. But I'm excited for next week's video. Like I was saying before, I'm going to try and make like a weekly thing of them and do like a video like that every week in the run up to ZA, and see we'll be able to kind of build on some of this stuff if we get release trailers of gameplay footage and things like that, because at the moment we've got like barely any info, but I do think there's like a few hidden gems in that trailer that you can kind of delve into. But thank you so much, mate. I'm pleased you enjoyed it, and hope you continue to enjoy the next one. I mean, if there's topics that you would like to see covered, definitely let me know, because I'm definitely up for doing a lot of stuff around it. I've been watching all of the older animes back, and a lot of the, yeah, it's just all that story around the Zygarde stuff is very cool to kind of go and have a look at, because we've got, basically it gets cut off in X and Y and we don't get that continued, but the anime kind of takes it on a little bit further. There is the question, like, how relevant is the anime to the actual in-game story, but they've got to be loosely tied, and I guess the anime can't go too far off track with the stories compared to what Game Freak have planned for in the games and stuff like that. They're going to be doing Dynamax Adventures and doing Zekrom, but no shiny as of yet. Oh, I hope you get the shiny Zekrom soon. Really do. Let us know. How many resets are you on at the moment? Ken, good morning, my friend. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your day, mate. Great to see you as always. Right. Come on, shinies. Just want to start. Just want to start the Nuzlocke at this point. Mighty got into an art institute the other week. I want to improve even more my drawing skills, and the institute is pretty chill, by the way. That sounds awesome, mate, and congrats for getting in on it as well. That's going to be so exciting. See some of your before and after artwork. It's going to be good to see, mate, but I'm excited for you. Frederick, good morning, mate. I hope you're well. Good to see you as well. Let's get this shiny. Yes, we need to. Johnny, it's not super sunny, but I'm working from home because the only road that connects us to the city is blocked by a landslide from far too much rain. Oh man, nice that you can work at home, and I hope that problem gets sorted out very soon, mate. The amount of rain we've had here recently is just absolutely crazy. I wish I could show you a video of like my street out the front of me here. It was like about a month and a half ago when it rained crazy. And it was like a river running down the entire street. It was quite scary. It's like, please don't get worse. Can't deal with having the house flooded. That would be the worst thing. But thankfully it didn't. It didn't come to that, so that's all right. That's all right. DJ, how are we doing? I hope you're well. Having a great start to your day. Thanks for hopping in and joining us. I hope you don't incur Adri's curse when he reset over the Cyndaquil. Oh, and he didn't reclaim until 15,000 resets later. That is the worst nightmare, isn't it? When you're kind of locked into that just reset mode, automatic, you're on like autopilot, and you're just checking, and you notice, but it's too late because you've already locked in. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Oh yeah, that is absolutely brutal. 15,000 resets later. Oh, you'd want to cry at that point, wouldn't you? You'd just be like, giving up. Let's start a new game. Horrible. Kelly, I'm surprised how easy the Blastoise is with no real defense to fighting. I'm going to try a water Urshifu build I saw. Very nice. Yeah, I saw an Urshifu build. We've just got a new build up this morning that got brought to my attention, and I tried it out with the Gallade, and it's so quick. It's so quick, and I think that's one of the things that you kind of look for. There's like very slim chance. Like, I mean, you would need like terrible RNG, like a number of critical hits from the Blastoise to lose that raid. There's just no way you lose it, and it's so quick to run through it with the Gallade that we featured this morning. So hopefully that's a little bit helpful for the Herba grinds, because I think the one thing with the Vaporeon is it's very consistent and a nice one, because you probably already have it built from the Empoleon raid if you used it in that one, but it's a bit slow because it's a lot of turns of setup where you can't mind in pretty much 6 times twice, so that's 12 turns, and then you got all the attacking turns on top of that, so it's a little bit sluggish, whereas the Gallade just feels so seamless. So it was when I tried it out this morning after Woodwisp messaged me on Twitter about it, I was like, I've got to feature this for everyone, because it's just good to share those sort of builds just to save a lot of people a lot of time, especially if you are wanting to farm the Herba Mystica. But there's a bunch of Pokemon that are really good into it. I think Kyogre was another one, but the Urshifu sounds pretty exciting. I always feel like Urshifu is one of those really interesting builds that does well, could do well into raids, but never really features too much, you know? Have to let me know how you get on with it. July Spelt, how are we doing? Good morning to you. How'd the rest of your day go after the chip of death, mate? It was pretty uncomfortable. It was pretty uncomfortable. I went to bed not long after that, and I thought I was gonna have like a really restless night, but it turned out not too bad. The only takeaway from it is that I never want to do that ever again. At least I can say I've done it now, although it's not something that I would ever want to boast about, because I'm just like, just don't do it to anyone. I think, nah, brutal. It was fun to do with Bebum. He made the right call at the right time with it, but it was rough, mate. It was rough. Hope you're doing all right though, Ken. Is there any in-game trade to is there an in-game trade to evolve Machop to Machamp though? Otherwise I'd have to evolve it via no, I guess you would need another. Yeah, I don't think there is another way in-game to trade evolve it, which is brutal. You'd have to. I mean, could we help each other out? Could I help you out? What I mean is, because we should be able to connect on the internet, right? As of now, I think it's still working, so we should be able to trade potentially. So I could trade, you could trade it to me, and then I could trade it back to you. And HeartGold, not Legends Arceus. Yeah, with the link cable is what we need. The link cable is definitely what we need to see. I hope we get it in like future Pokemon games. It was such a good quality of life update that we got in Legends Arceus. Yeah, yeah, dude, it lasts way too long. It was such an experience. Put you right to bed, yeah, pretty much, mate. Scuddy 21's shy of a shiny Livindex and Scarlet. That is incredible. Most are just breeding, and the Violet Paradox. I'm really hoping for the box legendaries, and the Ruin Pokemon are released in a shiny mystery gift. Hopefully we see that. I would love to see that event. Really would, for all of the ruins. The shiny runes would be great, but Scuddy, good luck on getting the last 20 mons for that shiny Livindex. That's incredible. I love hearing these stories as well about these shiny Livindex kind of quests that people do. I think it's just it's such an incredible thing that, you know, it takes such an amount of time. I haven't approached doing mine yet. I would like to. I think going and starting with Scarlet and Violet is probably an easy one, because probably not too many Pokemon away from kind of getting the majority of that done, but still plenty off, I think. But once you've done that, there's not like, it makes it easier to tackle the entire living decks, of course. But hopefully we do see those events pop up soon. Be nice if we do. Horizons aired. It's aired finally. Man, it's taken so long for it to air in the States. Have to let me know what you think about it, Marcus, if you catch it. No shiny there. And Mighty is trying to use RNG manipulation to get shiny Tepig in white. Way more complex than I first thought. Some of the RNG manips are like, pretty complicated. Whereas like some of the games, it's like super straightforward. I find it really easy in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald to RNG manip. But like, yeah, black and white in particular, it's a little bit tricky. But good luck with it, mate. I hope you manage to get it very soon. Only allow in-game trades. Not friend trades in Nuzlocke. That makes sense, David. Be great if there was an NPC in these older games where you could go to just to do that trade evolve. It'd be so nice, wouldn't it? It's such a good feature, so you could at least complete the decks a bit easier, even if you are a solo player. Speaking of Anime Horizons, drops on Netflix today. Yes, mate. Excited? It's crazy how long it's taken, and like weirdly that the UK had it before the States. It's normally the other way around with anything like that. You know, the States normally get stuff like way in advance. I don't know how BBC in the UK wangled the rights to Horizons. I'm not complaining, but just a weird way it all turns out. Lay, if it's not too personal, are you doing YouTube full time, or do you have the night shift so you can get? No, Johnny, I am like full time now. So I quit my job in June last year. So I'm doing this, and the casting is like a full-time thing now, which is I feel very privileged to be in that position. So, but yeah, not personal at all, mate. Scott, good morning. How are you doing? And Bohemian Man, how are you? Yeah, online trades are still possible. Thank you for clarification. Is it? Yeah, I used the GTS a few days ago to get Spiritomb in HeartGold Soul Silver. Very nice. I can't remember the exact date with when they're shutting down that, because I think that's shutting down, but then Bank and Transport are staying active, aren't they? I think. Marcus, how are we doing? Is there any way to register or capture Iron Crown and Iron Boulder in Pokemon Scarlet? The best way is to probably do a union circle with someone that you know who has Violet. There might be someone in chat that could help you out with that, but that's probably the best way to do it. And then you can go to Area 0 in the Union Circle, and those Pokemon should appear in your game. Riley, good morning, mate. I'm sorry if I've skipped a lot of the chat. I'm trying to keep up as best as I can. But Riley, great to see you, mate. And I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. Hopefully we see something shine very soon. James, how are we doing, mate? I hope you're well and having a great Thursday morning. Fingers crossed something sparkles today, hopefully, my friend. NFCO, how are you doing, mate? First time catching you live. Thank you so much for hopping in, mate. Great to have you here. I love your videos. Started playing Pokemon again with Scarlet and Violet. I haven't played since X and Y, so your content has been a major help. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for the support, mate, and I hope the videos continue to be helpful. I'm very excited for ZA dropping, and nice as well, because X and Y being the last games that you played before Scarlet and Violet, kind of coming back again after Scarlet and Violet, so it's like a full Gen 6 circle, which is very cool. So hope you're looking forward to that one as well, dropping, and have been enjoying Scarlet and Violet. Really good games. So I've had a lot of fun with Scarlet and Violet. I'm interested to see what they're going to do for the next Terror Raid event after the Charizard. I hope it's something spicy to keep people interested in the games. Just keep people in the games. Never melt ice. The next Legends title name reminds me of when iPhone X came out. Some people called it the official name 10 and others the X. Some people calling it ZA and others calling the Greek letter Zeta. Yeah, Zeta. That's way cooler sounding, isn't it? Yeah, I'm still like, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I guess we have to wait for that kind of trailer where they talk about, you know, Pokemon Legends ZA or Pokemon Legends Zeta is coming to, you know, we get that trailer and then that kind of always like confirms what it is officially called. Oddish, good morning to you. I hope you are well, my friend. Great to see you as always. What will you name the shingle starter? Kaden, I don't know what we'll name it yet. What do we think? I'm gonna name it after someone in chat, so we'll pick a name when we get to that point. That was the idea anyway. Kaden, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great start to your day. And Wild Starter, thank you so much for the subscribe. Johnny. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it was a big step, but I was like, I wasn't in the best of places at the previous job I was in, so it's just one of those things. I think what's the worst that can happen in this situation if I do it? So I did it, and from a mindfulness perspective, it was the best thing I've ever done. So I'm just grateful that it's still like early days with it, so I'm still a bit, you know, kind of figuring it all out. But yeah, it's definitely the best thing that I've done. More time to start VGC again. That's the plan. I think another channel where I would probably house the VGC, so that's probably along the lines, definitely something I want to do this year. Whether I do it over the summer between like the close season and the start of the new season is probably what I would end up doing, but I want to kind of approach doing content for that side of things a little bit differently than I used to, so hopefully it'll be a bit better than what it was. But yeah, I think that's definitely on the cards, mate. Muffin, I think it was supposed to drop a while ago, but the Netflix pushed it back for some reason. It's super weird that they did that. Slickle, how are you doing? I hope you're well. How does the Area Zero work in Scarlet and Violet? Because my mate joined me from his Violet to Scarlet, but he was still getting version mons in Area Zero. I think you have to be, both of you have to, if you're both going into the Union Circle, I think you both have to be in Area Zero at the same time. It's pretty difficult though, because I think you don't appear to who you joined up with in Area Zero, and I don't think that's ever been fixed, which is slightly annoying. But if you're both in Area Zero, then you should both be getting the opposite version exclusives to each other. That's how I've always done it between when I've kind of linked up with myself with my other Switch and my Violet copy, if that makes sense. But it's a bit glitchy. Like I say, you don't appear to whoever you've linked up with, which I never found. I thought that was always something that they would fix. Scuddy, thing with the shiny living decks I'm having trouble with is if I should get the forms of each mon. I have so much what's that? I have so much so I might try all the forms. It's just so much work. But came this far. That's the thing, when you come that far, it's like, do you just go that extra step? Makes it so much harder though with all the different forms. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like for myself, if I was doing it, I'd probably want to get the forms as well, just because then it's like you can't go really any further than that. Then you could go the genders of like each shiny gender, but I think that's gone way too far, because I don't think that's super necessary, you know. Glom, how are we doing this morning? I hope you're having a great start to your day. Thanks as always for joining. Never melt ice. I think that's a big thing to think about. Yeah, you just gotta do things, you know. You only get one life, so you gotta try and do things that you want to do and enjoy. So Not always as easy as that, but if you can put yourself in a position to try and do those things, then yeah, don't have regrets. That's what I would always say. That's the big thing. Right, shiny, come on, where are you today? We've got to get you. Many people say X and Y was when Pokemon died, but when I played it for the first time when I was like 11-year-old, I was in love and wasted more than 600 hours on X. Even got a shiny Alamo. I'm gonna try it. Alamo Mola. It's too early in the day for that one. That's a good one, and I'm pleased we don't ever see that Pokemon in VG. I think we have done maybe once or twice, but I've never been on the desk when it's popped up, so let's hope it stays that way. Very nice shiny to get though. Professor Oak, good morning my friend, how are we doing? Good to see you as always. Hope you're having a nice week and are all rested up now, got rid of that jet lag and all caught up on sleeping things and getting back into a nice routine, my friend. Yeah, it was a bit weird not seeing him, lol, but finding mine and his, so it was really weird. It's so strange how it works. The OG professor's in the house. Johnny may want to start making content too, because there is pretty bad lack of more down to earth specific guides. Johnny, that sounds like a great idea. On how to use cores Pokemon strategies, basically. What I did with the blog. Yes, Johnny, bring the blog back, but in video form. I think that's a really great idea, mate. If you need any help with getting anything set up, which I'm sure you probably don't, because you're very good with that side of things, but give me a shout, mate. I'd love to lend a hand if I can with anything like that. But that sounds like a really great idea. Definitely do it. Don't put off either. Just dive straight into it the first chance you get, and I think that's the best thing to do to go forward with that. But very excited. Keep me up to date with it all. Right, have we got anything shiny? All good, prof, mate. I'm a bit sunburnt today after helping out with a local council election. Oh, hope the sunburn's not too bad. Oddish calling 769 is going to be the shiny. Well, we're pretty much there. Is it going to be this one? Hopefully it is. The baby was the worst to get of all the forms. Thank God for that outbreak a while ago. Yes, God, I remember. Yeah, for that reason alone. Such a hard Pokemon to hunt at the best of times because of its size. It's crazy. So yeah, nice to get that outbreak and get those out of the way for sure. Mousehold and the Dunsparce will be the death of me. I already know. Don't. Oh no, the four segment to Dunsparce. I hope you have a lot of luck with those ones. You never know, we might get an outbreak for them at some point. Like Game Freak might be like, if people want the shiny of those, it might be nice to do an outbreak of them. Their new Pokemon, I guess Dunsparce isn't, but you know, the Dunsparce is, so that'd be nice to see. Make it a little bit easier. We have to at least get 100 likes for all the shiny won't appear. What are we on now? 29. Oh, we got a long way to go. Go Lupa, how are we doing, mate? I hope you are having a great day, and great to see you, my friend. Go Lupa, thank you so much, mate, for the 2 months membership. I don't know why my alerts aren't coming up. They are. I don't know why they aren't working. They aren't working at all, but thank you so much, my friend. And 2 months shiny Gator in 3, 2, 1. I hope you're right, mate. Hope you're right. 777 going to be the magic number, Josh. Any of these numbers are going to be great. 777. Right, we've got to remember, if you guess it right, you're grabbing the nickname. Did anyone see Toyota is making a working Maridon motorcycle? No. That's crazy. I don't even have, like, That would be like insane. Imagine owning that. Imagine that. Man, just going to the shops on my Miraidon. Crazy. Gonna be Chikorita for your lucky leaf. 2A. I would not be sad with shiny Chikorita. Like, I love Chikorita shiny. It's such a nice shiny. Not this round, and not the Totodile. 30 now, 37 now. Thank you so much, chat. Really appreciate all the support. We'll set that 100 likes goal for today, as we normally do. Sure, we'll be able to hit it at some point throughout the stream. James, how are we doing this morning? Thanks so much for joining the stream. No shiny there. I'm almost ready to hunt shiny Entei or Raikou. Just EV training for my Smeagol in speed and defense. Then the hunt can begin. Good luck with both of those, or either of those, whichever one you decide to go for. Both really nice shinies though. I love shiny Entei. To say it properly. Entei. It's a very nice shiny. Definitely one that I have on the list to do for the ultra wormholes. Which game are you shiny hunting in, James? Good luck with the shiny hunt. Wild, I wonder how expensive it's gonna be. It's gonna be like, how much is a motorcycle anyway? Like, you're looking like what, 20-30k? That much? I have no idea with that sort of thing. I feel like it might even be more. And to get it, like the custom Miraidon one, do you get like a custom helmet as well with it? That would feel kind of cool. Get like a bonus ball guy helmet that you get from the DLCs. I've just read that, Mighty. Your dad still thinks Osirus' name is Oswaldo. Oswaldo. Lion, how are we doing this morning? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for dropping into the stream, and I'm so grateful that the Blastoise build worked out, mate. Thank you so much for dropping in with that, and I hope you have a lot of luck if you're grinding for those Herba Mysticas while the event's running. Worked flawlessly. Perfect, mate. Yeah, imagine the rival gets a shiny. I think Riley was saying when he was doing his kind of the Dream Quest, shiny Dream Quest in his game, I think he encountered what, 3 shiny Bidoofs? Oh no, it wasn't the Bidoofs. What is the Mightyena pre-evolution? Poochyena. 3 shiny Poochyenas, which is crazy. On the road to getting the shiny starter. Olio, how are we doing? I hope you're good, my friend. Great to see you. Any idea why my Pokemon sword footprints for Swords of Justice are not appearing? Finished catching Zacian and also gotten Cubfee already. I wonder why they wouldn't be appearing. What is the trigger for that event? Is there anything to do with when you have to I'm trying to think. Been such a long time since I did it. I might have to have a look, mate, but I'm not too sure off the top of my head. It's like the least helpful thing. I'm so sorry. I will have to have a look. I'm trying to just rack my brain to have any sort of memory. I'm sure there's a trigger for the footprints appearing though, isn't there? James, I'd be happy with either, but I prefer Raikou. I'm hunting in HeartGold Soul Silver. Oh, very nice, mate. But I need the platinum version to help set up the hunt with a Mama Swine. That would obey me at level 40 to KO the first roamer. Oh mate, I hope you have a lot of luck with the shiny hunt. It's going to be a really cool one to do. Getting it with the HeartGold Soul Silver mark as well on it to trade up if you do decide to. It's going to be very cool. Hi Golem, how are we doing? I was literally walking home from school with a son yesterday when he said it's a shame he can't get Hooper in anywhere in the newer games. He was pumped to see your theory drop. That's amazing, mate. It is sad that we can't get Hooper. It's like just an event exclusive, right? There's no other way for us to get Hooper at the moment. So it'd be nice to see it have some sort of role in the games. I think because of the movie as well, the Clash of Titans, I think that gives a lot of like emphasis to say like Hoopa's a pretty important Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. And then you think on that deeper as well with Oras, and it was never really specifically stated that it was Hoopa, but it was kind of insinuated that it was Hoopa behind the legendaries being ported into Horn. It just feels like there's just a huge like thing with Hoopa that Game Freak haven't ever really touched upon. There's a lot more lore to Hoopa as well, and you know, it being classified as a gym Pokemon as well. And when you look at like the definition of what a gym is, you know, that they cause mischief, chaos, and all things like that, which Hoopa's kind of known for in its unbound form. But they can also take the shape and form of like other humans and other animals as well, which is kind of interesting because you could delve down that rabbit hole and say, well, could Hoopa transform into, like, we've never seen Hoopa transform into anything, but it is a trait of a Jinn, so there is always that kind of line that you could go down with Hoopa where it maybe mimics or impersonates something like Zygarde, you know, or maybe Xerneas or Yveltal in certain situations. So there's loads you could go down, but I'm really excited at the thought of Hoopa being part of that whole game. It'd be kind of good. And I guess when you kind of look at Pokemon Legends Arceus, at least in my mind, I think what is going to be the Pokemon that is the Arceus, has that Arceus role behind everything that we saw in PLA, because surely there has to be an overarching Pokemon that's, you know, maybe not behind the chaos or the what's happening, but if something is unfolding in this game, then it has to be a Pokemon with like an almost equivalent power to Arceus. It's kind of controlling stuff or helping guide you through a certain situation. And I feel like the equivalent power is Hoopa. Hoopa's a very, very powerful Pokemon, so it would be kind of cool to see it come into the games in feature. But yeah, I'm very happy that your son's excited about potentially getting Hoopa. I hope I've not thrown something out there and getting his hopes up for nothing, but pretty convinced that Hoopa's gonna make an appearance. It just makes sense. How long does it take to even get one in 4096? A long time. But if we've got two 3DSs like we've got, it kind of cuts the time down a little bit. Miss Marshadow. I never got one. Marshadow's another one of the mythicals that I think it's such a cool mythical as well. Got a lot of kind of lore behind it, but never really touched upon, right? It'd be great to see that one featured, you know, in any Pokemon game. I guess they don't need to leave it tied to just the Legends games, but I guess the Legends games are a different branch that allow them a little bit more room to bring in some of these mythical Pokemon, explain their stories, roles a little bit, and how they can be fit into the Pokemon universe a little bit better. I want Unbound form for Celebi, Jirachi, and Victini. Do you mind? Imagine Celebi Unbound. It would be so hype. And Jirachi Unbound as well. Victini. I feel like Victini is really strong anyway, but I wouldn't be sad to see another form of any of those three. But Celebi Unbound would be a really cool one to see, you know. We all know the Z in Pokemon ZA. It's for Charizard Z. I mean, I would love to see it. I would really love to see it. It kind of makes sense as well, because we've got like the, you know, if everything's, I guess, based off these like trios, these trio evolutions. And I only say that because you've got like Zygarde and its 3 different forms. If there's some tie back there, you know, with the Mega Evolutions as well, linking into that maybe, where you've got, you know, we've got Charizard X, we've got Charizard Y. Charizard Z would make a lot of sense. And I think you could do the same with like Mewtwo, although it feels weird. Oh, like how are you going to shoehorn Mewtwo into this game? So I don't know, but maybe down the line, if Charizard gets a Z transformation, then maybe we see the other ones that got that X and Y as well get it. Rachel, how are we doing? I hope you are well and having a great day. Great to see you. Something is wrong with the sound. I can't hear you. How is the sound for everyone else? Is it all right on everyone else's end, or is it a little bit, is it down? I mean, I wasn't made explicit, but the legendaries and auras literally fall out of Hoopa's ring. So as obvious as it can be, yeah. That's kind of my thinking on it. I mean, you can't really make... There's not really another Pokemon that would explain that situation as well as kind of what Hoopa does, you know? You'll know there's the shiny. Hopefully we get soon. Oh man, the battery on this one is going low. I need to charge it. Right, let's see. Hoopa gives me the vibes of a connection between Kalos and the Middle Eastern form French colonies, where djinns are found in folklore. That's a very good shout, mate. That is an extremely good shout. Maybe that is the connection as well with another region, because I know Hoopa is technically a Gen 6 mythical, but it doesn't really feel like its home is based in Kalos, right? It feels like it could be another region, you know? So maybe there's more to the Hoopa story than we've seen up to now. Pretty sure Magearna will be in it. That'd be nice as well if Magearna, because I think you look at like some of the Pokemon, the mythicals that could be in it and could feature in the story in some way, and you think the answer is definitely one. It's very represents the sundial that we see in Anistar City, and it has a mega form as well. Volcanion, I think Volcanions talked about a lot more in the game throughout various NPC characters, but Volcanion doesn't seem like the sort of Pokemon that has the ability to kind of bend space or time, create distortion, space distortions and things like that, whereas Hoopa does feel like it can definitely do that. The answer might have the ability to do similar things like that, although it's not really talked about so much. So I feel like Hoopa definitely gets the crown for that one, but I would love to see Magearna feature, you know? I can get shiny Hoopa. So I had to break the news to him that Game Freak, it's fun. Yeah, so it's unlikely. You never know though. Maybe they change it for this one and say, okay, if it's in these games, then you can shiny hunt it. I still feel like we're gonna get an Ilka game for Black and White this year, so maybe in that we might see some movement, you know. Just hope if they do bring out a game later this year and it is Black and White in a remake of that, then they fix the shiny charm, because it would be nice to be able to shiny hunt with boosted odds, especially if the legendaries are available in their shiny forms as well. It's a dreaming. How are we doing? I hope you're well, my friend, and having a great day. Great to see you, and thanks so much for hopping in and joining us. Oddish hit 4096 DS's instant shiny. Yeah, all with one click of the button, all synced up magically. That's what we need. Mighty, which is your favorite movie? Mine are WALL-E and Back to the Future. Want to have a DeLorean figure so bad. Oh, favorite movie of all time. Wow. Sheesh. That is nearly an impossible question to answer. Do love Back to the Future though. Back to the Future is a classic. It is awesome. WALL-E's really good as well. Man, all my favorite movies. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. I'll have to think. Give you an answer. I got so many movies that I just love, so I don't really know if I could give a definitive answer. Whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is it? Have I missed a birthday? Right, where are we going? Rose, it's your birthday today. No way, Rose. How did I even miss that? I feel terrible. Rose, happy birthday to you. You should do the TGI Fridays happy birthday song to you. I won't do that though, because it's probably not the best, but hope you're having a fantastic birthday. I hope whatever you've got planned for today, you have an amazing time, and yeah, wishing you a huge happy birthday. Great. Have another. That's so exciting, so exciting. Professor Oak, they will shiny lock Mons for Sugar Lupa. Unfortunately, they always mess that part up. Yeah, I think because all the legendaries in PLA were shiny locked, it would probably make me feel like they will be in this one. But you never know, right? You never know. Maybe they just go back on that and say, nah, we're going to give them, we're going to make them available in this one. You can shiny hunt them if you want. Chad for that Cyndaquil, he's a sneaky one. Definitely a sneaky one. Ashley, how are we doing, mate? I hope you're well, having a great day. Great to see you as always. Let's all sing happy birthday to Rose, but it would technically only be me singing, so I mean I'm quite happy to do it, but it probably won't be the best birthday present. Might even ruin the birthday. But I do wish you a huge happy birthday, Rose, and like I say, I hope you're having an amazing day. And chat, you are the best. John Rose, lots of love as well. Sounds back. Okay, that's good. That's good. No singing, Lee. Yeah, I appreciate that, Rose. For you and me both. Get the guitar out. Oh man, no, we'll not do that. When are you going back to have a battle on the 3DS? I don't know how to set up a date with you. If you message me, have you messaged me on Discord, Rachel? If you can on there, that would probably be the best place to set something like that up. I hereby grant you a shiny within the next resets. I'm a Seraph. Thank you. I hope that is true. We're getting up to the 800 resets now, so we have to be getting close, or unless the game's just deciding no, it doesn't want us to happen. Yeah, I actually think the reason why Scarlet and Violet Legends are shiny locked is due to the fact that some of them was released in Sword and Shield that is shiny locked till now. I honestly think that it was due to them not being able to figure out how to have them shiny as a static encounter, you know, because they're like, I don't know how they've done it in the game, and I don't really know how they would implement them in the game in the first place from a coding perspective, but it almost feels like they didn't really have the time to code in a way to make them shiny, and I think that's just what they went with. They were like, nah, they're just shiny locked, they'll always be like that. Because I guess, how would you, I guess the only way to really shiny hunt them, really, you would have to go up and counter them because they're a static spawn in the overworld. Then knock them out and then have them respawn, and it would be at that point where they respawn, they'd have a chance to be a shiny, right? I think that's the way they could probably do it, although I'm not really an expert at all. But I feel like that's why we didn't get them as shinies, due to time constraints with them not being able to implement it. Hey, what is your favorite Gen 1 bird and why did you get to use it at any point in 2014 before Worlds? My favorite Gen 1 bird, Zapdos. Did I get to use it before Worlds? I use Zapdos a lot. It's which teams did I use it on 2014? I probably used it in some teams throughout 2014. I can't remember too many because it's just very good against in particular Talonflame, and it gets access to Heat Wave. Did it get access to Heat? No, it didn't get access to Heat Wave in X and Y. So I think that was a tutor move in Oras where it got Heat Wave and it got Tailwind in those games, but I think before that it didn't get access to it. So maybe I didn't use it very much throughout that season. Maybe I'm confusing it with 2015 where it was pretty good that year. But yeah, it was, the reason was its speed base stat meant that I could EV train it with a Scarf, so it would always outspeed the kind of standard Ludicolo build in the rain. So even with the rain up Ludicolo, and it meant then I could manipulate the weather. So I could always volt switch out on like a Ludicolo or a Scarf Politoed to change the weather into my favor in that kind of situation. And then that was basically, and then I combined it with the Garchomp as well to have the Discquake combo, because it's pretty potent. So that was really the reason behind the Zapdos. How are you doing the resets, Lee? Do you have a rubber band holding down? No, I don't, mate. Not for this one. I'm just literally doing the going between both of them and resetting as I kind of go. So it's because for DS games, it's shoulder buttons select and start to do the reset. But I should have a band on both of them. It would make it a little bit easier. $808 is going to be the shiny. We're very close to it, Oddish. I'm dreading the time change this weekend. Losing a precious hour of sleep. Oh, is it the clocks changed this weekend? Oh, I can't believe it's, oh, that's, yeah, an hour of sleep. That's not going to be ideal. And then the times for covering the raids is going to be different as well. It's going to be an hour later. Oh, I don't like that. It's going to be like 1 AM they drop now instead of midnight, which is way more convenient as late as it is. I didn't realize it was this weekend, Kaylee. We need to remember Game Freak. I had a small indie company and not ask for too much from them. They're not the biggest company. They're not, but they're big enough. They're big enough. Galupa. Shouldn't be any excuses. It's because they've been tied up, I think, with ZA, you know. But I could be completely wrong. They've got the jockey game as well, haven't they? But they do have 2 teams that work on Pokemon games specifically. It really doesn't hurt the games in any way of shiny locking anything, just to any person who wants to hunt them. For that they can't. That's the only negative thing. I would kind of disagree with that in a little respect, Rachel, because I think as a developer, when you've got a life cycle of a game, you want to keep people in the game, you want to keep people interested in the game, right? And an easy way for them to have done that was to have all the legendaries shiny huntable in Scarlet and Violet, because you would have had Spectra, Glastrier, and you would have had Kubfu as exclusively the first time you can shiny hunt these Pokemon in Pokemon games. So people will go crazy for that anyway. And then being able to be in the latest games and shiny hunt for the legendaries would just be a nice thing to be able to do, right? You've got access, really easy access to all of the Apricorn balls, so there's that challenge there with them. I think it was a bad move, and I think it was a bit disappointing to see them do that. And I don't know why they did it, because it's like pushed a lot of people into all the games again, rather than playing Scarlet and Violet, which is the most recent game. And Scarlet and Violet almost feels like it's done now, you know. So I think in that way it was not the best plan. John, what is your favorite match from the Utrecht event? I'd have to say the finals, mate. It was so exciting. That finals was crazy. It was just set up to be such a good final, right? I don't think you could have lost with that final. You had Aurelian, who was like, you know, that's his 3rd regional final that he's got to. And if Aurelian wins, then it's great, because finally winning a regional final, becoming a regional champion is amazing, right? But then you have on the other side the Articuno team, and I think that was just so fire the whole weekend. And you saw it earlier on in the stream coverage, right? And you think, wow, this team's kind of fire. It's pretty effective at what it's doing. How far is it going to go? And then you just see it kind of just go on this blitz run and just go all the way to the final and then take the whole thing, which is just crazy to see how effective it was. It's such a great call for the weekend into the meta. So yeah, it was probably my favorite match from the weekend. How about yours, John? Still calling 9,280 scene. Riley, we got a long road to go. Already up to 4,800. Halfway there, mate. If we can get it anytime before that, I'd be very, very happy. But it might be that deep into it. Now my kids will try to wake me up at 5 a.m. Absolutely not. Go back to bed. Yeah, 5 a.m. is not a real time. It's not a time when anyone should be awake. You should have the at least 7 a.m. is acceptable. 5 a.m. no. T-Wave Faga was rife that Ray Battle Room used it to get third in Worlds. Yeah, I'm using Zapdos in my Kalusku team with Ludicolo and Sylveon to take advantage of the rain with Tailwind on mine. Very nice, mate. Is the mic low? Is it quiet for a lot of you? I can boost the mic up. I can turn it up if that does help. It's the end of March that I think the clocks change. Ah, okay, that's for us then. I'm happy. Princess Peach Showtime. I'll drop a demo so I can try before deciding to buy it or not. I know I like that as well, so you can have a go with it. It kind of builds the hype up for that game. It feels like the only big game outside, well, yeah, big major game that we've got coming out this year. From Mario at least. But what is Mario Day is Sunday, isn't it? So might get some news early next week, maybe late this week. Poor Aurelian, he came so close so many times. It's a shame he didn't win, especially because we're seeing that damn Articuno team everywhere. Yes, very true. I can relate to Aurelian quite well, you know. I haven't been in 3 regional finals yet, but I've been in 2, and it's never great losing, especially the second time you're there and you think, right, this time's the one where you're going to be able to kind of get it across the line, and it just doesn't quite happen. So hopefully, you know, 4th time's the charm. I'm sure they'll be able to get there again. You know, very, very, very good, strong player. I get up at 5:30 every day. Got to get my daughter up for school. Ken, that is, it's a, you know, I don't know if I could get, I used to get up that early for work. So I know when you're in amongst, like, in that routine of doing it, it's not so bad. But trying to get into it when you're not there is brutal. But fair play, mate. The dedication. I take my hat off to you for it. Rachel, I don't know what you're getting at with that. These are things that are very important in the game of Pokemon, not just the shiny hunting. And with taking just one little piece away, they now get the ability to do all the other things. I don't know what you mean. What other things are they able to do by shiny locking the legendaries? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I think it's a good move. Now, a lot of people who always say that they only shiny hunt, that's why they never do competitive, because they want to have everything shiny. They can't use any excuse. I don't know what you mean. Now they can catch, or at least the legendary Pokemon not shiny, and have to use from competitive. Yeah, but I mean, if you're playing competitive, really, at the end of the day, like, and this is my experience from playing competitive Pokemon for a long time and knowing a lot of competitive players, shinies don't really ever really mean anything. And it's always nice. I think players would always be like, yeah, it's cool to have shiny Pokemon, but really at the base of it, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, wherever you can get the Pokemon from is the main thing, because the Pokemon to a lot of competitive players, you know, it might be different for some competitive players, but they're tools. They're not looked at as things like to add to a collection, right? They're just tools to, like, do a task for you in the format. So I think competitive players generally, this might be a bit of a generalization, but a lot of competitive players look at Pokemon very differently to how more casual players look at the game. So I don't think like the shiny locking of legendaries really affects competitive players either way. Like you know, them being shiny would be good because like some competitive players would be like, okay, I can spend the time shiny hunting them, and there's definitely competitive players that do have that love to shiny hunt in the games, but probably not as many as a lot of the other players, because the common consensus coming out of the competitive community is that everything is already a bit of a grind to get teams prepared in games, so you don't want to add an additional grind on top of that and add shiny hunting to it, which is way more of a grind than anything that you would have to do to build a team, right? So I don't know, I don't really kind of get behind that. I think the whole idea of them shiny locking the legendaries was just a bad play. I think everyone would have enjoyed it in whatever regard you kind of play the games or, you know, envelop the games. I just think it was a bad move overall, and for playability more than anything, to go back and keep going back to Scarlet and Violet. There's just no reason there to go really back into those games now, and I think there's so much importance now on Game Freak, if they want to keep players that aren't just competitive players coming back to Scarlet and Violet, they've got to do some better events. The raid events and the Venusaur and the Blastoise have been really good events recently, but I think they've got to keep up that momentum and make people want and need to come back to the games to do stuff in them. Whereas just having the shinies huntable would have kept people busy for a long time, and it would have given you a reason as well to start new playthroughs. So if you caught the legendaries or caught some of them and some of them weren't shiny, you can always go and then start a new playthrough in the aim of going for those shiny ones that you missed out the first time. Blue Gator inbound at 888 resets. Joe, thank you so much for the prediction. We're coming up close to it, so hopefully it is. Luke, if anything, I'm a bit sus if I see a shiny legendary with rare marks from older games given recent events. Maybe, yeah. I think you got to be really careful now, and I think competitive players generally are going to be a lot more careful about how they obtain their Pokemon though, and do it in a more legal way. Hopefully with recent events, a lot of players have learned lessons from what's happened with the hack checks. They're a lot more in depth now, so I think we'll see a lot more legal teams being used than we ever did in the past. I don't think it's as Wild West a kind of a place as it used to be with hacking Pokemon and stuff like that. And like every generation, it gets easier to make teams in games, so you've got to think like, well, we are moving forward constantly, so team building and things like that will always get a little bit easier as we move forward. It's a dream, and just played Pokemon Stadium yesterday, and I have to admit that Stadium game would help the Pokemon company a lot, get a lot of different regulations. Cups would shake up the competitive scene a lot. Definitely would, my friend. I love Pokemon Stadium. I've been saying it for the longest time. Like every generation that we get, like new gen, so like for Gen 9, for Gen 10, we just get for that generation a Stadium game that comes out maybe like 6 months to 12 months after the game's launched, and then that is the battle simulator that we use for that new generation. I think it would be so cool. And like you say, we could have so many different regulations, cups, ways to play the games, and then that houses like the online ladder as well, and in that you have a way to port Pokemon from the newest game into it. And then you also have ways to have a ladder where you can put rental teams together, and you can totally customize and build a team very quickly, like you would almost do with Showdown, but it's part of Pokemon Stadium. And maybe you can't use that team in an official tournament where you have to go back into the game to build it, right? But I think being able to have the facility where you can just almost have that Pokemon Showdown facility on your console, where you can just go onto the ladder, jump on, test a few ideas, just change things very quickly with it like a click of a button in a drop down menu. I think that would be so good to see, like full competitive overall. And then you can share those rental teams around, but like I said, the only caveat to it would be, and what would make people still have to buy the games, which is their biggest remit as a business, is to have competitive players need to make the team actually in game, but on Stadium as a standalone thing, you can create rental Pokemon and stuff like that. I think it would be a really good workaround. They're absolutely doing the Herba drops to encourage shiny hunting. Yeah, definitely Vader. And I really like it. I like that they're finally doing the Herba drops. I think it's a really nice feature. So it'd be great to see them continue doing it with future ones, future events. Maybe they're planning some big mass outbreak events, and that's why they're like, yeah, take advantage of this now because you're going to need the Herba Mystica for what we've got planned. That's kind of exciting to think that maybe we get it. Maybe like Pokemon Sword, can you get 1 or 2 the Regidrago and a Lecky? Yeah, that's very true. Here comes the shiny. Next one, 826. Oh, we passed it, Johnny. Too late reading the message. I'm sorry, mate. Unless we missed the shiny on that reset. Which is kind of a cheap way out of shiny hunting, is self-inflicted challenge. Nothing the game provides is content. Yeah, that's true. Gotta have a lot of patience to get to 800 plus resets. Yeah, I feel like I get, you know what, chat, you guys make it so much easier to do because we're just chatting about all sorts of different things, which passes the time so quickly with these hunts. I remember when I was young and the concept of time didn't matter. Lol. Props to you for having that patience though. Thank you, mate. And hope you're doing good, David. Great to see you in the chat, and thanks for dropping by the stream as well. Ken, are you allowed to bring Pokemon from Go into Scarlet and Violet if they're shiny and use them in competitive? Never done competitive, so I don't know the rules. Yes, you can. Yeah, that's super fine. I might have done it at one of the regionals that I attended last year with, I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure, oh, it might have been Ursaluna. Probably not to an official event, but it's definitely allowed. And I've got an Ursaluna on my Scarlet and Violet that was from Pokemon Go that I use. So I've got, that's how I've got 2 of them in my game. So I got one that was like, I think it's got a 2 speed IV or something like that. And then the other one's just hyper trained, which is from Pokemon Go. So yeah, you'd be able to do that. No problem. Is the counter updated? It is, Exia. I might have forgot to press it a couple of times, but it should be pretty spot on. But Exia, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're good. Rachel, I think it was a good move because now it gives people the chance to try something not shiny hunting for legendaries. Now they'll get a chance to use it. Yeah, but they'd get to use the legendary anyway. They just wouldn't shiny hunt for it. So I don't really understand that, you know? Like, there's no gain or loss. Like, there's only loss in that side of it. Like, you can't shiny hunt for it. For those that aren't interested in shiny hunting it, they would just catch it. Like, but people that do want to shiny hunt the legendaries don't have the option. And I think that's the biggest gripe. So, like I say, competitive players, if they're wanting like Kyogre and it's in Scarlet and Violet and they need it for a team, they're not going to waste like however much time trying to shiny hunt for it when they could be using that time just to get Kyogre like in, you know, a fraction of the time, in like 15 minutes, put it into their team trained up, and then do practicing, which is the way more like smarter time investment for a competitive player. But yeah, so Vader, I say shiny at 910. What website should I use to see the top teams used per tournament? Victory Road is one of the better ones. That'll have like all of the chronological results from each event that's happened recently, Professor Oak. So I'd always recommend Victory Road is one of the better sites that has all of that information. You can see all the teams from the players and where they placed, you know. Always be the top, most of the time, top cut teams. We just passed 50 likes, halfway there, guys. We are halfway there. Thank you so much for all the likes. We're halfway to that like goal. Limitless, yeah, Limitless is another really good one, especially for like Limitless in particular for all of the online tournaments that they host as well. They have a full kind of library of all of that information, which is really good to see. I'll legit join your channel with right now if you can adjust the volume to where it's at the level of your pre-recorded videos. Been watching for a while. Don't need to give me anything, David, but I can boost up the mic but don't feel like you need to. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too loud, but let me know. We've got a couple of notches I can go, but I don't want to turn it up too much where it's peaking, and hopefully it's not. But yeah, hopefully that's better, but don't feel like you need to give me like donate or anything like that to the channel. It's just the volume. Hopefully that helps though. It's better. Great to hear. Your volume is fine. Mr. Wolf, how are we doing, mate? And thank you, mate. I hope it's not too loud now. If it's too loud, let me know. Drexit, how are you doing? Sorry to see you're still at the starters. Good luck with your find. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for hopping by this stream. Great to see you as always. Chris, how are we doing today, mate? I hope you're well. Who's winning the league this year? Oh, I don't know. I have a feeling it's hard to look past City, right? It's really hard to look past City because Man City are just such a strong team. Pep is, I think, just probably the best manager in the world, but there's a kind of a romance about Liverpool winning it with Klopp, and whether you like Klopp or not, I think, you know, he's done such a fantastic job with Liverpool. I think it'd be nice to see them go out, or at least him go out on a high, because I feel like whoever comes in after Klopp is not going to have as much success, at least not straight away. So might be a little bit of a wait before you see that success kind of transition with whoever the next person coming in. So yeah, I'd like to see Liverpool win it, but I wouldn't be sad if City win it. So I think it's just between those two, which makes me feel bad for Arsenal because they're on such a hot streak at the moment. But I feel like it's such a hard job. I just feel like Arsenal aren't quite there yet, even though they're playing phenomenal at the minute. But I guess they all need to play each other, so it's all up in the air. But I like the football that Arsenal play, so wouldn't be sad to see any of them win it. I'd love to be in this position where I could say, oh, Newcastle. Dreamland, baby. But no, well, I'll have to wait a few years for that. I also a fan of boxing with Anthony Joshua. I don't really watch much boxing, Chris, to be honest. Kind of try and keep up with it, but I never really watch or know too much about it, to be honest, mate. But who's Anthony Joshua up against? I should know this. I mean, that question itself explains that I don't really know too much about it. Niyant, I'm planning to buy a Switch OLED in June this year, but the Switch 2 is also about to come out. So is it better to wait till the Switch 2 releases? Should I just buy the Switch OLED? I would honestly just wait. If it was me personally, I really wanted to get the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom OLED because I just think it's such a nice looking console. But I was like, nah, there's literally no point if the Switch 2, and that was a while ago, right? So I'm like, nah, I think just keep the funds aside and keep it for the Switch 2 for sure. I think that's the best way to do it. But yeah, the OLEDs are really nice, but you're probably not going to have like too long to wait before the Switch 2's announced. You know, a lot of insiders are saying that it's going to be this month that it's going to be announced for its 2025 release, so we should know some information soon. Max the volume, all I need this morning. A stream. Max it up, just peaking. We know the City is winning the league. Come on, guys. It's probably true, Professor Oak. Pep's just too good. Pep is too good. Pep's done the work at Man City. He needs to move on, though, I think. You know, as much as I love Eddie Howe, I think Pep's real work is to be done at Newcastle. That's what we need to see. You know, a funny story about Pep. When Bobby Robson first came to Newcastle as manager, Pep was playing for Barcelona, and Pep wrote to Bobby Robson because he obviously knew Bobby from the days when Bobby managed at Barcelona and all of that. And he wrote to Bobby Robson and asked if he would sign him to play at Newcastle because Pep was a midfielder, but because Bobby Robson had like too many midfielders and really good quality ones at the time. He had to turn them down and say sorry, no. But I always think of that and I think, wow, what happens if Bobby Robson had signed Pep and then Pep had this affinity, because he obviously would have been loved by the fans, and then Pep might have come on to manage Newcastle at some point. The different timeline that could have played out there would have been brilliant. Cristiano, thank you so much for the subscribe. You'd actually like Liverpool to win the league. Come on, Lee. Well, I mean, it's better than Man United winning the league, right? Digging that hole again. Andre, thank you so much for the subscribe. I'm joking. No, I think for Klopp, and because it's his last year, and I know that when I'm never going to have to, Newcastle aren't ever going to have to play Klopp's Liverpool ever again. It's good. Thank you so much for the good luck with the shiny this morning. Hopefully we see it shine. Hopefully we do. KWO, how are we doing, mate? How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Good luck with the resets. Thank you, mate. We're definitely going to need it for sure. Bring Jose to Newcastle. He loves the club. He does love the club. He's got a massive infinity. It just makes a lot of sense. I think it would be quite telling if we get a new sporting director and it's, oh, what's he called? He's in the Saudi Pro League in a minute. He used to be the sporting director at Chelsea, but he was the one that brought in Jose to Chelsea. So I could imagine if things go wrong with Eddie at any point and he comes in, then maybe Jose would come and be Newcastle manager. I think he would love to manage Newcastle just because of his ties to Big Bobby Robson. It'd be nice to see, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully Eddie just stays, and that's what we see play out. Johnny, gotta go. Thank you so much for coming by the stream, mate. Great to catch up with you, and let me know about the content creation, when you're going to plan on start some VG content. Would love to help out if I can, mate. But have a great rest of your day, mate, and I'll hopefully catch you on our next one. Chris, I was gutted when Liverpool won the league during the pandemic. Had the hotel all booked and everything, but we never managed to celebrate properly. If Liverpool do win, the celebrations will be huge. Can you imagine, Chris? Especially, I think, yeah, because of that. The only year that you won recently was when no one could really celebrate. That's really sad that you had the hotel booked and everything, and then, yeah, I'd be so gutted if I was in a similar situation. So hopefully just for that reason alone, mate, it does happen. Can you imagine Anfield? Man, that would be absolutely nuts. Be crazy. Exia, yeah, we were talking about, I mentioned the Toyota Maridon motorcycle a little bit earlier in the stream. I haven't seen it yet, but it sounds crazy. Just checking in between meetings. How are the resets going? Joe, how are you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Still going, still grinding strong. No shiny yet. We're gonna, I think we might even get into the thousands today. For both. Let's see where we're at. But we will be streaming later. We'll be continuing our Deoxys shiny hunt. I know a lot of you last week said it'd be a good thing to add in the Arceus shiny hunt from BDSP, because we've got that from a long time ago that we've never really came back to. So I think having that alongside Deoxys could be something that we'll do tonight and have the double hunt for both of those, and maybe we see one of them shine. But I really hope we get the starter today. It'd be good. I've had to replace the Joy-Con on my Switch, but it's still the day one Switch. Does the job, so no need to replace. Exactly. I've still got the day one Switch as well, and it still goes super fine. It's still such a good console. So many years later, it's still working perfectly. My Joy-Cons as well, the original ones, I've never really ever had an issue with. I think I've got really lucky with the Joy-Cons that I got with it. Any ideas on Switch 1 game will be playable on the Switch 2? It's rumored that it's going to be backwards compatible, but that is just a rumor. I think everyone's hoping that that is going to be the case. It'd be really nice if we saw a situation like, you know, the 3DS and the being able to play DS games. That'd be super nice if we saw something like that. I think just have the same slot, I guess, is what you've got for Switch games, but they maybe put like a ridge on the Switch 2 games, so it's a little bit different from a Switch game, but they both fit in and they both work. That would be the ideal scenario, I think, if we got something like that. But I don't think we'll get any confirmation on it until we get that kind of reveal trailer and they go into a bit more detail about it, which would be very exciting if that was the thing that they do. Remember when I said 300 was the one? Callum, I know, mate. Here we are. Nearly 600 later. Still going strong. It's alright, mate. Hopefully, if this shiny hunt's long, it means maybe some of the other ones in the game when we're playing might not be as long. Enjoyed this for Pokemon. I enjoyed going to all the other older games and capturing them, trading, and then transferring them over. That's how I enjoy spending my life. That's nice. I like going to the older games and porting them up. I really enjoy porting up from you know, even though that it's difficult to port things up, I think there's something nice about getting those older Pokemon up to the most recent ones. I'm getting a Newcastle jersey next year, Lee. Gonna make it my official second team, mate. I'll do that for Barca for sure. Then we can cross support our each other's first teams. I think the Newcastle kits next year are going to be really nice as well. Adidas being our main sponsor again. I think they've got some big plans for what the kits are going to look like. I'm excited to get an Adidas kit again. It sounds like such a small thing, but when we've not had Adidas for a long time, it's I think it's going to be really good. Solo, how are we doing? Good luck. Thank you so much, mate, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks so much for dropping into the stream. Hopefully we see something shine as we make our way through these resets. Callum just dropping by. Need to go back to work. Mate, I hope you're having a good day, and it flies by after this point. But maybe I see you later on. We're going to be doing the Deoxys hunt later, so if you're about, mate, it'd be great to see you then. If not, you just take care of yourself. I'll catch up with you when you're next about, my friend. Pioneer man, my OG Switch is goated. Sadly, I got my Joy-Cons swapped with someone else's at a party one time, and their Joy-Cons had drift. Oh, that is brutal. That sounds like it was purposefully done. That's really sad. Are they still under warranty where you can send them to Nintendo if they have the drift? Because I know they were. I know you had to send them off, which is a bit of a pain, but they were fixing them, which was something that you could do to get around it. Marcus, backwards compatible for GBA, DS, 3DS, imagine. Oh, I really want to see it. And even if it's not on the main console itself, just give us an adapter so we can play those games. We just need a new Game Boy player, Game Boy GB, Game Boy DS, 3DS player. Simpletron, I had drift on both of my sticks, but at least Nintendo changed them out, no charge. That's pretty nice that they'll fix them like that. It's that one. Will the Legend ZA release for the Switch 2 or the OG one? I have a feeling that it might be for the Switch 2, but I think they might, if they do it, they might release it for both. You know, a bit like PlayStation do with PS5 and PS4. They kind of release games for both consoles. I don't know. Like, I want to say in a perfect world, that's what they do. But it might just be for the Switch 2. It might be the release title for the Switch 2. But who knows? Not at the moment, as it stands, it's advertised as being for the Switch, so it would be for the original Switch, but that could change, I guess. Riley, even if I finish my shiny dream quest in Ruby before bank shutdown, I don't think I'll transfer up to home. Having all my Gen 3 shinies in Gen 3 minus my Ribbon Master Sneasel is a slick little flex. It's nice, isn't it? I think, yeah, I think one of the things with this is I probably won't transfer these shinies up that we get from this run up to my Scarlet and Violet. I think I'd prefer to just keep them in the cart on this game, just as like a little memory to be like, that's something I did with this card. I think it's nice when you do those challenges just to kind of keep them as they are. Like with the Leaf Green, I don't think I'll transfer anything up except the Deoxys, because that was the main reason for going for it. But the team itself, I kind of just want to keep that save file as is now forever, and that's just going to be the game. And then yeah, there's something nice about it, especially when you've done that the shiny dream quest as well, Riley. Just keeping them in there, locking them in for eternity. At some point this year it will be. Nintendo changes without warranty. They had to after a court ruling against them. I didn't realize there was a court ruling against them. That's pretty good though for us as consumers. Not so good for Nintendo, but I guess they should have maybe checked the Joy-Cons a little bit better. Thoroughly tested them. And be real, I never looked deeper into it because me and all my friends have at least one Pro controller, so if we don't want to play Switch, they just bring theirs. That's not so bad. Pro controllers are a really nice alternative to get around the Joy-Con stuff as well. I play with like, yeah, I've got an 8-bit one I predominantly play with. They the Blind Low Vision State Champs draw has been released. My charge has the #1 in the world who was a pro player before he lost his sight. Well, it will be a tough, but he can win it. That's, I believe, mate. When is it happening, Ashley? Releasing simultaneously, said on the trailer. That's very true. Worldwide, simultaneously. It'll be all at the same time. Has there ever been a Pokemon game at a console release? Never before, John. No, and I think that's what would make it a big deal. You know, when you delve into reasons why Scarlet and Violet is taking ages to get things fixed, when there's been issues and stuff like that, it just feels like, we've said it a lot on the streams, where it feels like Game Freak have been like preoccupied with something else, and it would make so much sense if ZA, which has now been announced, Grim Whiskers, thank you so much for the subscribe, has been announced, that it could be, because it feels like it's going to be very close to when the Switch 2 is going to be coming out, or at least around that sort of time. Benjamin, thank you as well for the subscribe. And I think, could it be the one big game? Pokemon's a huge IP, one of Nintendo's biggest. It definitely rivals Mario and Zelda. And we've had launch titles with Zelda, we've had launch titles with Mario, but we've never had it with Pokemon. Could this be the game where Nintendo are like, yep, we're gonna have you as our launch title for our new console? It'd be so exciting. It would be such a huge step for Pokemon, but I think it would put a lot more pressure on Game Freak to be like, right, we need to make sure that there are no issues with this when this game is launched. It's all working, everything works perfectly. So maybe we see it. It'd be awesome to see if that is the case, though. I had drift on 3 of my Switch controllers, but ended up taking them apart and just ordered spare sticks, as I had a few that would get lost. Easy to do. And the tool spare stick around was £13. That's not too bad at all, is it, mate? Fair play for fixing it yourself as well. I feel like I'd end up breaking my Joy-Cons if I took them apart. Smoking Jaws, how are we doing? I hope you're well, mate, and having a great day. Next weekend, 16th, 17th of March. Mate, that's exciting. Not far away. Not long to wait. It's going to be exciting. Make sure to let us know how everything goes with it, though, mate. I hope it all works out super well. You come away victorious as well. I have belief, though. I think it'll happen. I think then when it said it simultaneously, it means on the Switch and the new system. Potentially, they could mean that, Ken. Yeah, potentially. I just kind of read it as it will just be available everywhere at the same time, like digitally around the world, all at the same time, rather than any sort of staggered release. But it also could mean exactly what you're saying, without kind of mentioning another console and letting the cat out of the bag, that the Switch 2 is actually going to be out next year as well. Heyo geeks, how are we doing? I hope you're well, my friend, and thanks for hopping in and joining us. Hope you're having a great day. Which I'm pretty sure they mean worldwide launch, not Switch 2. That's what I kind of read it as, but I guess you could look at it from both sides. Come on, Shiny, where are you at? Not yet. I drift on my left side. There was an easy fix where you card a little piece of card and place it at the base of the stick, and it sorted the problem. Nice. That's a really easy fix. Did that just like permanently fix it then as well? After Gen 9, I just can't trust Game Freak's quality anymore, since the game won't be Gen 10. I'll just wait to see if Legends EA has decent quality before purchasing it. I feel like it's gonna be good, you know. I feel like this one will be. I think they'll make sure that it hasn't got similar issues to what Scarlet and Violet had. At least in my head, that's what I feel like they would do, but who knows. I'm thinking the next shiny hunt I do after I finish up Ruby will be Blacephalon and Ultra Sun and Moon. It looks so slick, and I'll be able to rib and master it fairly easily, since it can only be in Ultra Sun and Moon and Sun Shield. Yeah, that's a nice one to go for. It's a really nice shiny as well. It really is. The black coloration to its kind of normal white look looks so good. Just got to 1, 2, and 3 island in Fire Red. Really enjoying this trip back to my childhood. Getting nice. You're getting through the playthrough pretty quickly. That's a nice part of it as well. And then going back to unlock the other islands afterwards as well. But good luck with your adventures on the Sevi Islands. You saw the Miraidon cycle. Oh, that's pretty cool. I need to check this out. James never had an issue since. So that is just the fix. That's the perfect hack then. Ashley will not be with him, but we'll be there for Nationals in July, which is the big one. Winners get a trip to Italy to play in the World Championships. My mum's favorite city, Venice. Nice. That's a crazy prize. Winning the World Champion. I bet that is absolutely amazing. World Championships in Venice. Very exciting, mate. Pal Welder is probably a wake-up call. I think it's probably made a few people at Game Freak sit up for sure. HeartGold Soul Silver was peak someone whom only played up to HeartGold Soul Silver. They did set a bar with it, but you know, it is a super remake. It is very good, but I still think there's other very good titles in the Pokemon franchise as well. David, how are we doing, mate? Great to see you. Let's get this shiny. We need to, mate. Do you think we'll hit 1,000 resets before? Do you think it'll be into the thousands before we see it? Palworld was good for a week or two, then PC players went back to Fortnite. Seems like you don't really hear too much about Palworld now. There's a really funny meme where it's like the people queuing up, and there's a Palworld sign, and then there's a Pokemon ZA sign as well, and everyone's just queuing for Pokemon ZA. Palworld guy's just sitting there scratching his head. I'm sure people are still enjoying Palworld, but the hype's definitely died down. I don't feel like I missed anything by not playing it, so I don't know. But I've got nothing against it. It's my third day shiny hunting Poliwag in Kitakami Cave with the sandwich and outbreak. Still no shiny. Charles, I hope you get some luck today, mate. And definitely let us know if you do see it shine. It's a tough place to hunt for it, but because you just don't get that many spawns, it takes a while, doesn't it, to get them through. But hope you do get the shiny, mate, very, very soon. Good luck with it. Ice Cream Cake, I'm guessing they won't release the next Pokemon game alongside the new console because Pokemon is a game that Nintendo takes advantage of to sell more units, more likely to get a special edition. Maybe, yeah, that's not a bad point either, you know. Like a special edition new Switch or special edition Switch as well could be something that we see. Yeah. Because if it is selling with the console, would that not like mean it? No, they probably, I don't know. Yeah. With the new build for Blastoise, how many zinc do you use for 192 and how many carbos for speed? So for the zincs you would need 19 and then you would need 2 what are they called? Is it clever feathers for the special defense? And then for the speeds, you'd need 6 carbos and then 4 of the speed feathers, whichever the swift feathers, I think they're called. So yeah, 9 zinc, 6 carbos, and then the respected feathers for whatever you need for the remaining. And that should get you to the points, and that'll put you faster than the Blastoise. Adamant Nature, just make sure everything's hyper trained and you're going to be good to go and run through it extremely quickly. It's a lot quicker than the Vaporeon. It should take, like, after you terrestrialize, it should be 3 Sacred Swords. It should take it out. I mean, the video that I did, we got a very low damage roll on that last one. So it meant that we just missed out on the knockout, which was, I guess, yeah, I wasn't going to redo the whole thing just on a damage roll. But you can kind of see how effective it was. Because really with that third one, you do it just before the timer gets to that 60% mark. So that's when it resets your stats. So yeah, you're good. Recently spent a week shiny hunting in HeartGold Soul Silver. Started finally on the 7th day. I got shiny Chikorita. Very nice, Joshua. That's awesome. That's amazing to hear. Shiny Chikorita as well. Very nice shiny. I would not be sad if we got that one. But congrats on the shiny Chikorita though. That's awesome. Maridon Cycle, it's probably not going to be sold to public, just like the last Toyota Pikachu car. Yeah, I wonder if it will be. It might just be like a prototype, just a kind of like a promotional bike that they do. No, we don't want that Chikorita. We want the shiny one, but it's not coming. It's not coming. Rose back for a little bit. Just got a PS Portal as a gift. Very nice. That is awesome. That is a super nice gift. Very nice, Rose. I hope you're having a great day as well and enjoying your birthday celebrations. I think my last shiny I got was a shiny Miss Magius in Diamond. Was using the radar method and I didn't even see a shiny grass patch. Wow, so it didn't even sparkle and you got it. That's super nice. Congrats. Radar hunting. They need to bring radar hunting back. Such a really good way to shiny hunt. From golden skills to silver splashes, the shining flames, watering grasses. We pray to you too, the gods the bodies have unbast. We've been blessed with an Oddish. Grant us a shiny starter forged from sacred ashes. Oddish, if we get the shiny now, you've done this before and your shiny chance normally do the trick, right? So maybe. Carrie, thank you so much, and please the build was helpful. The Blastoise is it was a tricky one to go into, but I think straight away I was like, I know the Poliwrath can work in it. It just feels like a little bit, it's a bit clunky, a bit slow. But the Poliwrath's fine. The one that we featured on the channel with the haze, that works super fine in the preview video. Annihilate can work, but I wouldn't recommend it. It can do a job, but again, I wouldn't recommend it too much. But the Vaporeon's very solid. Just Gillade just feels so much better, so much easier to run through it with. Random thought I had, wonder why Fluttermane's design is off of Mischievous instead of Miss Magius. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I guess it's a bit similar to Jigglypuff and what's the Jigglypuff one called? Rather than Wigglytuff, you know? They're kind of going off that first evolution. Joshua, thanks. I was kind of hoping for Cyndaquil or Totodile, but yeah, I was still happy. Named her Beyblade. Very nice name. Yeah, I'm kind of the same as you. I think I'd prefer, like, I really would like to get Totodile, but Cyndaquil would be better for the run itself, just to make it easier. But then I'm going to be happy with anything, I think. Screamtail, that's the one. That's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Just came to me. And then David helped me out there as well. I'm working on my BDSP national decks, trying to get it all done so I can parlay in that into a full living dex on home. That's really nice. Good luck with finishing it off. How far are you away from finishing it? Black Knight, thank you for 6 months membership. Thank you so much, mate. That is so much appreciated, and I hope for Mega Flygon. You and me both. I would love to see it finally happen. Be such a nod, like, fan service for them to do. It's such an easy win, right? But it'd be so good to see it. It's kind of teased almost, like that we were gonna get some sort of, I don't know, like, you know, when Flygon got shown in the DLC trailers, and at that point we were like, are we gonna get special terrestrialized forms and things like that? And it's just like, oh no, it's just regular Flygon again. But it would be really nice to see it get a mega. Usag, thank you so much. Oh, Usagi, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, definitely correct me. But great to have you here. Thanks for joining the stream today. Paradox evolutions, potentially. That's a really interesting idea. Yeah, that'd be wild. Imagine, like, what would Screamtail evolve into? Where would their BST stay the same, or, you know, like, would they get an even bigger boost? That'd be crazy. I guess they could just redistribute them in a different way. Paradox Wigglytuff. I guess, yeah, so you've got Flutterman that could evolve, Wigglytuff that could evolve. Are they the only base evolution ones that we've got? Just trying to think of any others. Because, like, the other ones are all, like, they're fully evolved forms anyway, aren't they? Which is kind of strange, because, like, for the rest of them, the majority of them feel like, you know, they're the final evos of what get the paradox forms. But yeah, those don't, for whatever reason. Charles, you got the shiny Poliwag. Let's go. Congrats, mate. Finally got it. All that time hunting it and it pops up. That's brilliant. And while we're streaming, super nice to hear, mate. Feel bad about not having done the latest Mightiest Mark raids. But I need to finish RE7 remake and onto Rebirth. Now, they're genuine reasons. I'm sure they'll come back at some point if you do want them for the collection, you know? Hope you're enjoying the other games, though. Having small kids gives you a little time for gaming, yes. You gotta just take that time that you've got and use it as best you can. I won with a careful Iron Hands, Focus Energy, Belly Drum, Drain Punch. Yes, Justin, I've heard a few people have a lot of success with the Iron Hands with that Focus Energy. Yeah, I think it's a nice build. And again, because, like, everyone has Iron Hands, right, in their game pretty much for raids and stuff like that already, so it's like a nice easy one just to take in and use. Yeah, it's a good one. Going for 963 shiny today. Hopefully you're right, mate. We're not too far off that now. let's get this Chikorita up. We can check simultaneously. Nothing and nothing. I think Mega Flygon would be insanely good. Do you think it would keep its dragon flying typing, or do you think they would change the typing slightly on it? Because doesn't it get levitate as its ability, which is like so pointless for it? Is it levitate? I want to say it is levitate. Kind of cool if it does have that levitate. I mean, what could you go to? Dragon Steel's been done a bunch of times. Dragon Bug could be interesting. To try a Nuzlocke run for the first time, so I'll try to keep up with this and be in a VOD. Well, definitely. Well, as soon as we can start the Nuzlocke, we're having a bit of trouble getting to the point of being able to start it, but I hope you enjoy yours when you get around to starting it and keep up with it. This will be in a VOD. This will be in the VODs. Yeah, this will be all of this stuff. Mega Urshifu and Mega Incineroar make it happen, Game Freak. Not Mega Incineroar, we don't need that in our lives. And definitely not Mega Urshifu. I mean, it'd be cool as a concept to have both of them with Megas, but for competitive, I think, nah, we don't need those things in our lives. We need Urshifu to get nerfed. We need that Unseen Fist ability to be nerfed. Somehow they need to do something with that ability. It's so broken. I don't think they're ever going to do anything to weaken Incineroar. It's just such a solid Pokemon at this stage. They don't need to make it any stronger. I was thinking to complete with Megas, like Iron Bundle, could get one maybe. I don't know, just random thought. That'd be kind of interesting if some of the Paradox Pokemon got Mega Evolutions. How wild would that be? That'd be so crazy. I'd love to see something like that happen though, like a crossover. Paradox Pokemon appearing somehow in Kalos. I guess there could be a link with, you know, Kalos and Paldea are so close, and you've got the catacombs under Kalos that, you know, Zygote's said to reside in. So there's always the idea that those catacombs could somewhere lead or be linked to Area Zero, like the underground, the underdepths of Area Zero. It'd be kind of wild to see that connection made, and then through that link, that's how maybe Paradox Pokemon make their way into Kalos somehow. I don't know. Tips on 7-star Charizard will be my first time. Heard Fluttermane's good. Fluttermane is very, very good. I would say one of the best options to go in against the Charizard. I think if you've got the DLCs, Phesandipity's probably going to be very good against it. And just because Phesandipity's got such good special defense, and Pheasandipity gets Acid Spray as well, which can really speed up the raid. We'll have a video out previewing maybe Friday, not tomorrow, no, it won't be tomorrow. So maybe Sunday or Monday, previewing the Charizard one with some best builds for it, because we've got a lot of new Pokemon now compared to when the Charizard dropped the first time. Fluttermane's super consistent though. Azumarill's a nice option as well, but I would say out of the two, Fluttermane is, from the base games at least, is the better one to use, the easier one, more consistent anyway. Solid Easy with Volcania, Volcarona. Quiver Fairy Dance, and Sunny Day are enough. Hydro Pump only did like 50 damage. Struggle Bug helps in the co-op too. Nice, that's super nice, Zapki. Volcarona running through the Blastoise raid. Such a strong option. I enjoyed the story that Mega Flygon was scrapped because Ken Sugimori had art block. As an artist, I find it relieving to hear even the pros struggle at times. It's crazy that is the reason why, and yeah, it's nice to know that like they didn't go ahead with the idea anyway, like despite and be like not happy with it, like only going ahead with the idea when they're 100% sold on the idea, which is like, it puts a lot of faith into the designs of the Pokemon, yeah, especially going forward. It's coffee time and closed office door time for me, so glad to have you live this morning, pal. Great to have you here as well, mate. Hope you're enjoying that coffee and a little bit of downtime. Maybe this is when the shiny pops up. Yeah, the art block story is just, yeah, and it makes you think as well, like not only really good for like future like creation of new designs and things like that, but it makes you think like for that Flygon, when whoever is behind the final design, that you know it's going to be like absolutely insane. It's going to look really cool. They just want to, I feel like they want to get it right. Flygon's design is awesome, so I think you've got to get the Flygon design like perfect. So it's kind of, it's going to be awesome. Mega Xerneas with Fairy Terra Olio. Scary thought. Mega Xerneas. Yeah, I think we might see another form on Xerneas and Yveltal, whether it be like a complete form with like to match Zygarde, then and Xerneas and Yveltal have complete forms, or whether it is a mega form as well. Mega Fluttermane. Usagi, can you imagine? That'd be horrible. Oh. Like, what would its stats be boosted to? Get a huge HP and defense boost, and just keep everything else as it is. With it like the most broken Pokemon. Wouldn't be surprised if Z-moves make an appearance. Where in Pokemon ZA? I don't know if Z crystals will ever come back. I think they're pretty much tied to Alola, so I don't know. I can't see Z crystals coming back outside of Alola. But saying that, you never know, right? You never know. Mega Man Fluttermane. It's 100% usage. Spencer, how are you doing today, Spencer? Hope you're well. Mega Man Fluttermane. That's a scary combination. I don't want to, like, I do want to see it. I don't want to see it. I want to see it, but I don't want to play against it. Solo Flygon can turn into a bug or flying. Both. Yeah. I think it's got to keep its dragon typing, right? But a bug dragon sounds like it could be quite cool. Will the Charizard be catchable if you caught the first one? I don't think so, mate. I think the Charizard's gonna be, it'll probably still be like locked to one per save file. I imagine that's what they'll do. It'll be like a bit like the Walking Wake in the Iron Leaves when that came back around. If you caught it already, you couldn't catch it again, but you can do the raid. And I think to probably keep people's interest in the raid, they'll keep the Herba drops with it, so people that already have it still do the raid for the Herba drops, which makes a lot of sense. We're gonna get the shiny soon. 939 Muffin. Very close to that now. Very close. Mega Milotic, I think, was coded in Oras, and Wallace is supposed to have it. That's super interesting. I would love to see Mega Milotic. That would be a huge fan favorite. Crazy, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that was coded into the game. So that's really cool. Rose, your guess is 1007. I like it. We're probably going to hit that very soon. Rachel, who made the raid guide on the Pokemon website? I built ever one of those Pokemon. Well, minus the Koraidon. I don't know. I haven't seen the raid guide on the Pokemon website. I didn't know they had one. Joshua at 1,000 resets, surely. Hopefully. Beta 910, here we come. And gone. I think it would be, would keep its dragon type. Also, bug dragon sounds really cool. It sounds really unique as well. Like, we haven't got a bug dragon. Kind of hit some weird combinations with that typing as well. Charizard being the good example. If you caught it already in the previous raid, you can't get this one. You can battle it. You just can't capture it, but they did already tell us that in the flyer. Ah, okay, so that's already stated in the flyer. Diana, how are we doing? I hope you're having a great day. Good to see you in the chat, and thank you so much for the 7 months membership. 7 months, that is so generous, Diana, and always great to have you part of this community as always. How's it going? Just came in. We are still grinding away. hard at these resets. No luck yet. Maybe that will change soon. Big chance it'll be the same as previous 7-star Charizard raids. Yeah, I think it'll be... I think the moves and how it interacts, the raid will be exactly the same, I think. I think they might just add the Herba drops to it. But it could change though. They could change it, I guess. It's been such a long time since that first Charizard raid. They could mix things up. Although I don't know. I think they'll probably just drop it exactly the same. The Walk and Wake, the Iron Leaves, they didn't change that between... It was a much shorter time period between those dropping, but yeah. We don't have long to wait until it does drop though. But it's kind of nice that Charizard's coming back as well. The very first 7-star raid that dropped. Blastoise seems to drop lesser Herba compared to Venusaur. I haven't done much grinding for it yet. I've had pretty consistently like 1 Herba from the ones that I've done it for, and I think like 2 with 2 Herbas, nothing more than that. Whereas the Venusaur felt, yeah, there was a few of the Venusaur raids that I did where I had 4 Herbas all in one, and it was consistently more like between 2 and 3 on a lot of the raids. There was the occasional one where I didn't get anything, but yeah, the Blastoise doesn't seem to be, at the moment, I've done way less Blastoise raids though, so doesn't seem to be getting as many. Danny, good morning. How are we doing? I hope you're well and having a great start to your day. Great to see you as always. We need to start a petition to make Pokemon Company make an EV evolution for all the remaining types. I would love to see it, you know. Year the Dragon, I think Tyranitar just covered it recently, a Dragon type Eevee coming. It make a lot of sense. And because I think the evolutions are all based on the, you know, the physical special split originally. The one that we were missing from that is the Dragon typing. So it'd be kind of fitting to get it this year, although, well, it depends when they release PLA, because I guess if you're going off the Chinese New Year as the Year of the Dragon, that doesn't really start until the end of January anyway, so you could release it in mid-January and it'd still be in that Chinese New Year for 2025. Chat, please leave a like. We're almost at 100. The 100th like gets a shiny Petulant. Not bad. What, Riley? No way. It's not shiny locked. It's such bad. We are very close to the 100 though. Thank you so much, chat, for all of the likes so far. The goal today was 100 likes, so if you can't drop down there, if you come in, hit the like button. It does really help out the channel and all of that good stuff. Sick, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Hope to get the shiny soon. Just got a shiny Zygarde in Dynamax Adventures. No way. You got the toothpaste Zygarde. That is amazing. Congrats on that shiny. It's such a hard one to get. Really happy to hear you've managed to grab that one. Let's make a bet. You lose this first run of the shiny lock, you have to get a mullet and at least cast 1 comp with the mullet. All right, deal Muffin. I plan on not losing the run though. Now I've just got more incentive to not. Can we still get the Charizard if we got the first one? I think we can. I think we can't catch this. I think we can do the raids and get the rewards and stuff, Rose, but I don't think we're going to be able to catch it. I think it's going to be pretty much like 1 per save file, so it'll still count as if we've got it. If we got it the first time around, if that makes sense. We need Ghost Eevee. Ghost Eevee would be so good. Ghost, Steel, Bug, Poison Eevee. I think a Poison Eevee would be so good. What else do we have? We've got... we don't have a Flying Eevee either, which would be nice to have that one. But Ghost, Steel, Dragon. Yeah, the Fantasy Call. The Fantasy Evolution Call would be great to see. I can't see them releasing like 3 new evolutions all at once. I can see maybe 1. Animal Crossing vibes, love it. Yeah, love the Animal Crossing vibes. That track just cracks me up every time I hear it. Got a shiny Zygarde from an event in Sun and Moon Oddish. Nice. Speaking of which, you got a shiny Graveyard. First time since I started playing like 10 years ago. Very nice. I love that shiny as well. It's such a, like the golden shinies always just hit a little bit different, I feel. Hard to find shinies in Scarlet when you that is one of the main reasons when you're colorblind. Yeah, Saggy. Why I think bringing the shiny sparkle sound back is so important for like that reason, like just because it gives you an indicator for when the shiny's there, for if you've got any sort of issues with spotting color, because some of the shinies are like pretty hard to see anyway because they're very subtle, but like just for the fact that even if they are obvious, sometimes they're not obvious to everyone, right? But having the kind of the sparkle animation like we saw in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then there's the kind of the sparkle notification as well, the sound, I think it just makes so much sense. It makes it more accessible, easier to do for everyone. So I hope we do see the return of that for future games, because that shiny sparkle sound in PLA was just so good. I do miss it in Scarlet and Violet. We'll have a whole streams of League grinding EVs on his shinies just to ensure he doesn't wipe. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go that far, but we're gonna be doing everything we can, Riley, to ensure that we do not lose this. Everything meticulously like put together. Reset on the shiny because it's not got the right nature. Just like, nah, we can't have this shiny. No, I'm joking. We're not going to reset on any shinies. Or flying Pokemon, yep. Flying type Eevee would be so good. I think we could have like Mega Eevee would be a good one. All I have to say is when you get the shiny, I can't imagine if it got knocked out. That would be devastating into a whole new level. Would like that's, I keep thinking of that. I think when you put so much time into getting like the Pokemon that you're going to use in the team, there is a point where it's like no, losing is not even a thing that we can consider. I'm trying to get shiny Xerneas next in Dynamax Adventures, hoping to get Kalos Trio. Very nice, mate. Good luck with the shiny hunts. Shiny Xerneas is such a nice shiny as well. I really like it. We got it not that long ago on the Ultra Wormholes in Ultra Sun and Moon. And then I was really sad to hear that it wasn't available in Scarlet and Violet. I was like, ah, no. For the free week, and then we'll be able to update the raid den for the Charizard. What was that for, Rachel? I'm trying to get a shot. Then you'll be able to get the second Charizard. And if they really want it, they'll probably be doing that exact same thing later for Charizard, Blastoise, do it for Venusaur. Is that for getting a second copy in the same game, Rachel, do you mean? Definitely need the shiny sound back. Yes, Muffin. I really hope they just keep it from the original Legends game. Since it's like a continuation of the series, I just hope they keep that feature in there. The most rewarding sound. Yes, mate. Didn't even know the Graveyard was golden till now. I thought it was green. Yeah, it's a golden boy. This is why they need the shiny sparkle back. Can you explain the link between Kalos and Paldea? Just because they border each other, John. Basically, you know that northeastern part of Paldea map that's all blocked out, that we all thought was going to be where one of the DLCs was going to take us. Well, that is the bordering area between Paldea and Kalos. So they're very close to each other. That's why everyone kind of theorized the idea that the Great War 3,000 years ago was between Kalos and Paldea, and then there's the whole idea that the ultimate weapon was fired and that's what created the Great Crater, but I think other people have said when the ultimate weapon was fired, it was fired north of Paldea. There's some interesting takes on it, so I don't know whether it was fired onto, that would mean it would be fired onto Galar, really, so the war would have been between Galar and Kalos, not Kalos and Paldea. Who knows though? Hopefully we get a bit more information on the Great War during ZA. It would be nice to have like a little bit more in depth to it, you know? I feel like the shiny Mareep is a must. Would you be allowed to use a non-shiny Mareep with static to boost the electric encounter rate? I'm guessing we should be able to. That would be kind of nice if we could do that. I don't see a reason why we couldn't do that. I think like the hunt's hard enough anyway, so if we can just do stuff to help us out with the hunt, I think that's super fine, right? We're just using it as a tool. Because I guess, you know, I think you have, if you look at it like the same way that people do this kind of shiny Nuzlocke only with cute charm, the cute charm glitch, you still have to get a Pokemon with cute charms, so you're kind of using that to make it easier to get the shiny. So yeah, we can do that for the Mareep for sure. Feel like Mareep Ampharos is definitely something that we need for the Rondell. Yeah, it would be nice to get that. The pink sheep is definitely something on the list I feel like we should go after. It will make the games so much easier. Lumpy, how are you doing, mate? Crazy day at work on chat, but how are you all? I hope your day gets a bit easier going, mate, and great to see you as always. Hope you're having a nice easy day after this, because crazy mornings never good, but nice and easy afternoon, that's what I'm hoping for, mate, for you. And great to see you as always. I was thinking about getting a mullet, but I think I'd look awful, so maybe not. Yeah, I mean, some people can pull the mullet off. It's a strong look. It's a strong look. But I think I would, I don't think I would look that great with the mullet. But Muffin's desperate for me to get the mullet and on the desk. If I did do the mullet, would I go like the full way and like grow a mustache in as well, and then mustache mullet it on the caster desk for just the extra style points? Are you still planning to do this as a Nuzlocke, or will it be more of a dream team quest? I think as a Nuzlocke, Riley, at the moment. This may change, but I think Nuzlocke is how we're going to approach it at the moment. I got all the special raids except Empoleon. No clue how I missed it. I even watched Lee's strat video. Rose, I might have a spare Empoleon on my Violet copy. I'll have to check though. I don't know if I did that raid twice, but if I do, I can trade you the Empoleon over, so you've got at least one with the Mightiest Mark. Although I hope they repeat them all at one point or another. Be nice if they do. And I know, still on the starter, deep with these resets. Petro, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Great to see you as always. Oh, this is, I can't believe we're this far in. Scott needs to get a mullet. He needs to get the Beckham cornrows. Oh my, could you imagine? Tash with handlebars. Yeah, could you imagine me with cornrows? I would not suit that one little bit. It'd be kind of funny though. Please do the mustache, Lee. I'll pull the whole thing off perfect. Don't get a mullet. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to, Roz. Definitely, it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm interested to see how long my hair will get this year, though. You know, I'm gonna be in that point where I could probably like do like a real full-on mullet at some point this year when my hair just gets to that length. But yeah, I don't know if I would sacrifice the overall cause this year for a mullet, to be honest. It might have to be a delayed mullet, to be honest. Muffin. Bebum, how are we doing, mate? Great to see you as always. See, do you think the reason why people don't play a new save for Scarlet and Violet? Actually, what do you think the reason is? I don't know, really. I feel like it's probably too close to it, like being such a new game. I think, you know, the longer time goes on, people will probably look back at it and have like those kind of nice memories of the game and then be inclined to maybe, I want to play through it again, you know. But I think at the moment, probably maybe one of the reasons why people aren't starting new playthroughs of Scarlet and Violet so much. Are you regretting that hunt yet, Lee? Definitely no regret yet, mate. Nothing yet. I'm just surprised that we haven't got the shiny yet. Like, where we are deep into this hunt and nothing is sparkled. I almost feel to that point when you're doing shiny hunts like this, you're like, are they shiny locked? And I'm just confusing this. I definitely know they're not shiny locked, but the thought always crosses your head when things are taking ages to get. Be like Lee as a character in Malabus Boss was what? Lee gets a casting booth of Worlds with cornrows. The crowd goes wild. It would be epic. It wouldn't happen. I think if I rocked up to Worlds with that, I think they'd be like, go home. We can't put this on. We can't put this on live stream. Wayne Rooney skinhead. What was the haircut that Beckham had back? I can't remember how long ago it was. I specifically remember Beckham. Didn't he get his hair shaved and just had a fringe? Like literally just a fringe. And then Ronaldo had, like, not Cristiano Ronaldo, R9 had kind of like, was it that fringe as well? And then had it more like just like cut shorter around the fringe, with the rest of it like clean shaven. Old Ronaldo wedge haircut. It would be class. Definitely not happening, James. I think that's the one I'm talking about. Have you recovered from eating the spicy thing yet? Sick, just about, mate. Yeah, thank you for asking. I said at the top of the stream, I was like, that is one thing that I'm never going to recommend anyone to do, and I'm never doing it again. So hot, so hot. I literally didn't know what to do with myself. I was trying to control myself as best as possible during it. It was brutal. I don't know what I would have done. I wasn't even gonna, like, you guys made me go and get the milk. I would have been, I don't know what would have happened if I just stuck out with like the tiniest bottle of water I had. That would have, yeah, it would have been so bad. Some hunts take forever for no reason. That's okay. Be worth it. Elsie, yeah, 100%. I agree with you. Some hunts are just like this. It kind of makes them a little bit more rewarding when you do get the shiny, because you're like, ah, the grind's been crazy, but yeah. Do you guys think if I fly to Lee, start resetting games for him, he'd get the shiny quicker? Maybe. Bring your DS and your copies of HeartGold Soul Silver with you. The real Ronaldo. Oh, 9. That guy was an insane footballer. And a Barca legend as well. He was a Bobby Robson signing. Remember Bobby Robson signed him for Barca, I think, didn't he? They would love the mullet for World Stream. I don't know if they... Well, the mullet might be passable, you know? Oh, I don't know, though. Well, it would be passable. It'd be fine. It would just... Just take the casting desk, Pierre Ron Burgundy, for the weekend. Not particular Ron Burgundy, but you know, the whole Anchorman theme. For those who don't know why I'm saying that, check out the previous Shiny Hunt race stream. Mate, I'm gonna, like, it was a fun stream, okay? But in my defense, I won the shiny hunt race, so I got 40 or 3. So I feel like that has to count for something. And the only reason I didn't win the battle, because I literally didn't prepare my Pokemon. I'm not making excuses. It is a huge excuse. But the fact that I didn't, like, I literally basically got my Pokemon to level 100, being incapacitated by you making a call at the right time. You're like, you called it perfectly when I should have done that. Because I think I might have been able to reset for shinies a lot better, but there was no way I was going to be training up an entire team. So yeah, you definitely lucked out on that one. So lucked out, my friend. That's what I'm going to say. It was fun though. Would you come in dressed as Professor Sycamore? What, to cast? I would love to do that. That'd be a great get up. What's the forfeit for that loss going to be? Another chip challenge. Look at him. Look at him. All big on the chat now. Yeah, when he's sitting like on the stream, he's like, it wasn't my idea. I didn't choose this. I don't want to do it. I feel bad. I wouldn't want to do this to Lee. And now like sitting here now, he's like, should we do another chip? Yeah, I see your ploy, mate. I see what you're doing. No, we should not do another chip. The chip has been done. It's off the list. We can't. I mean, if I win, you're doing a chip. Yeah, you can't do the chip though. You got a genuine reason why you can't. I have to think of something. Yeah, something just as bad. I'm gonna come up with a forfeit. I think what we do, we have to have the forfeit decided before we do the next challenge though, so we know what we're playing for, right? My friend, bro, you hate the mullet now, but once you see it on yourself, you're gonna be like, okay. Nothing knows, especially with the mustache. He knows. I love that. I'm here on Lee's stream to win again and again. We'll see, mate. We'll see on the next one where I'm not incapacitated for the most important pivotal point of the stream, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know what the next one can be. First introduction to Lee was his and his co-casters cosplay as a professor and Rose from Sword and Shield. It was awesome. Oh, I love doing that when me and Lou did that. That was such a fun worlds and get up as well. We planned that for ages to be Rose and Sonia. That was so good. I just wish my hair had been longer so I could have had like the Rose kind of fringe as well. But yeah, I think we did all right with it. I like doing the kind of subtle cosplays for the casting. It's always fun. Have to cook something else up for a future time when we've got a big event like that. It'd be good. Natalie, how are you doing? I'm late to playing Sword and trying to complete my Sword decks. Anyone know a good place to find people who might trade the version exclusives from Shield? There's got to be Discord. Discord servers are probably the best. I mean, you could check in ours. There might be still a lot of players that are active on Shield. I know the Dynamax Adventures has been played a lot at the minute, so that may be a good place to kind of start. Or if you're part of any other Discord servers with like for Pokemon in general, it's always a good place to kind of start. Sam, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Best friend will be in Tokyo in 1 week. Do you recommend something of good value he could bring me from Pokemon? Told him to look for a special Pokemon, Nintendo DS or something like that. That'd be cool. Would that like be from the Pokemon centers or from just Pokemon? Tell you what, I wanted to try and pick up. You could ask your friend to try and find for you. I never had a chance to look like any further than what I was able to when I first got there. But it was a copy of Crystal. If you can get a Japanese copy of Crystal, it's such a nice cartridge. It's a really cool thing and not really hard to pick up. I think you can find them in most of the thrift stores across there. But the nice thing about it is the back of the Crystal cartridge has like the emblem, the Crystal emblem imprinted on the chipboard. And because it's like a translucent cartridge and it's got that like hollow effect to it anyway, it looks so clean. So that would be something I would say, yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, if you can get like a custom Like not a custom, but you know, the Pokemon themed DSs, they're really cool as well. I think the Mew one is really nice. Like that's the pink one. I don't know how easy it would be to pick up like the Pikachu yellow one. I feel like that was that a Pokemon Center exclusive one? Probably a lot harder to pick up. But yeah, there's some like the older stuff that I would definitely look out for. The Crystal Cart is probably one of the best ones. I think that's such a nice one. Natalie, try Discord. Good luck in their Discord, Natalie. But if not, come back. I'm sure we'll be able to kind of help point you in the right direction. I swapped an English North America ROM on the Japanese Crystal board. It's clean. Border, you did that. That's insane. I can't remember who it was. I saw a video about it not too long ago as well, where someone did that with the US one, and yeah, it looks. I'd love to do it myself. I don't know if I'm so confident with the soldering iron where I'd feel comfortable about switching everything over that I would need to, but I would love to do it. It looks so clean. Fair play though. Such a nice like project to do, Border. Still looking for a legit copy of Emerald. It's not easy, Joshua. Definitely not easy, no. And when you do find them, they're so expensive as well. Bit cheaper if you don't get them boxed, but it's nice to have the box with them as well, isn't it? Anyone? Genesect touch trade help in Scarlet and Violet. If anyone's about to help David with that touch trade for Genesect, it'd be very, very useful for them. They back up, bro. Tell them the truth that I didn't come up with the chip challenge. Now it was all like chat. Honestly, it was all Bebum's idea, and when he brought up the idea, he was laughing about it like really evil, like an evil laugh as well, like a proper evil, like you know, like a proper anime evil laugh, like a huge evil laugh. Yeah, it was like that, and was kind of like there's no getting out of it now, you're gonna have to do it. He's pretty mean about it. Yeah, it was yeah, Bebum's got an evil streak to him. You've seen most copies go for like 250 to 300 Australian dollars. It's crazy, Joshua. I think it would help. I don't know, what do you guys think? In my mind, I think it would help bring the price down if they ported all of these older games to the Switch so they're accessible, everyone can play them. Maybe there's not that demand there that there is now for those older cartridges, because you can just easily play them on the newest console. And I think that would maybe bring the price down a little bit, but I'm not sure. Maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see. Did you read my message earlier about the next forfeit though? No, I didn't, mate. I didn't. Could you send it again? Petting his long-haired cat like a Bond villain. That's exactly what he was doing, yeah. Rose, thank you so much for coming by today of all days, on your birthday as well, Rose. It's been awesome hanging out with you while you've been here. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're up to. I hope you get spoiled with loads of presents and have a fantastic time, whatever you're up to. And we'll see you on the next stream. But take care. And again, happy birthday. Ken, you sold your Emerald copy for 200. That's that. I mean, it's a good amount, mate. It's a good amount. It is a good amount, isn't it? That is yeah. I don't know if I'd part with mine, not even for that, you know. I just feel like, nah, I'm not selling it. I think it's one of those things because I just feel like I probably wouldn't sell it. Well, I wouldn't say for like no amount of money, but I don't know. Just one of them things that I just want to keep. It's not really got a price on it, you know. It's where they have how they have Gen 1 and 2 on the 3DS, but not ported to the NS. So I know. Just got to think it's just a matter of time, and maybe they are just waiting for the next Nintendo console to do it. Thankfully, I bought them all before the eShop closure. Simpletron, that's super nice. They are nice to have on the 3DS. I just wish, like everyone else has said, like they just port them over. It'd just be that one thing that they need to do. It would have been such a great thing to see this year if we are only getting Pokemon Legends ZA is the only title coming up where we're going to have nothing this year. It would have filled so much of a gap. How many Pokemon Red and Silver sold when those things came to the 3DS? People didn't even want them. I would mention to them that they would get mad, saying they should spend $10. I don't know, like a lot of people I know bought them, but I get that. I guess that's in I don't know, different Pokemon community to what you were maybe in at the time. Don't know. I always felt they were really well received, the ports to the 3DS. Don't have anything to play it on, so I was just collecting dust. Well, that's fair enough, Ken. Yeah, may as well just cash in on it. And you got a really good price for it, mate. Next time we co-stream, the forfeit would be you have to stream wearing 5 caps, 5 pullovers, and 5 trousers. And what? And you're... What's this? And you're not allowed to turn on any AC. Yeah, okay, we do that soon because it's not that hot in the UK right now. But in the summer, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, that's not even a bad forfeit. I'm down for that, mate. That's good. And then we decide the next forfeit during the next challenge. Travis, you found your Soul Silver game. Nice. Awesome find. Don't know that the cards. Just started my first playthrough of Y on card doing a Nuzlocke just cause. Glad I finally get the chance to play it. Yes, me and you both, mate. I hope you enjoy the playthrough of it. Yeah, there's something about just having a physical card sometimes over the digital. I just prefer. That's why, you know, if they ever released, like they ported them to the Switch or the Switch 2, I'd love them to release like a physical copy of the games as well. It'd be really cool. Just got me, Luca. How are we doing, mate? Good afternoon. Great to see you as always. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday, mate. And thanks so much for hopping in, joining. 959 is not the one. Riley, unfortunately, I doubt they'll ever port the older Pokemon games to the Switch. They've had every opportunity to do it and haven't. They haven't by now. Why would they? That's kind of true. You got to think, yeah. Plus, Nintendo doesn't like people playing their old games. They prefer people playing new stuff. As a melee player, I know this all too well. That is true, mate. Yeah. The only thing I can think is like they're not coming to the Switch now and they're just waiting for Switch 2, I guess. Nice guy after all. Yes. I think you're just thinking about if you lose this next one, what's it going to be? But I'm not going to forget the chip. The chip incident, mate, anytime soon. Revenge will be sweet. I'm joking, mate. It won't be that bad. It might be, though. But it probably will be. Could still get pretty dang hot if you wear all of this. Yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty warm, yeah. Five layers on. But you could go even more extreme. You could like have a winter coat on top of that. Gloves. There's loads of things you could do to make it worse. Imagine a physical Pokemon All-Star game with gens 1 to 3 Simpletron. That would be incredible. That would be so good. I would love something like that. Would sell so well as well, you know. Surely Shiny is at 969 maybe. Well, we're only 7 resets off that now. Hopefully you are right. Just got a promo Snorlax in Scarlet and Violet. Hype. Nice. And Jordan, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate the comment. Thanks for coming by the stream as well, mate. And I'm pleased to hear that the rare builds have been helpful. Hopefully them going forward, they will be as helpful. Charizard 1 should be interesting. Like, we know what's going to be consistent from the first time around, but it'd be kind of nice to try some newer ideas that might make it like so much quicker than, you know, the stuff that we had the first time around with Fluttermane, Azumarill, stuff like that. If no shiny on 969, I nominate Professor Oak to recite the poker rap. That's the deal. A deal I can't make, but a deal I would definitely agree to. Who's that Pokemon? I will stay and procrastinate till 1,000. I hope there will be when it happens. Sam, I know. Oh, crazy that we get to 1,000 resets and no shiny. I really didn't see this coming. I thought we definitely have it by now. Way overconfident and getting punished for it. Next forfeit should be a classic spoonful of cinnamon, less deadly than a chip. That is, yes. Or a spoonful of horseradish. Not a big spoonful, because that would be brutal. Way less than a chip. Probably not as exciting though. But that makes your head go crazy. I almost soloed the Blastoise using a Venomoth build. I have my own design. Jordan, that's amazing. If you want to share it, mate, I would love to hear it. That is awesome. Awesome. Venomoth of all things. That's, you get the style points for this Terrorade event. Straight up for the Venomoth. That is really cool, mate. Big props on that. Do you ever watch the Pokemon anime with everybody on Twitch when they're hearing episodes? I've never done that before, Rachel. That sounds like a fun thing to do. I'd love to do some of the older movies, you know. That'd be really fun. 1,365 for the odds, my man. 5 more. I'm going to be in disbelief if we hit it on that 969 number. English mustard. Yeah, like real proper strong English mustard. Like a tablespoon of it. That would be pretty brutal. I'm not even sure we have that in Egypt. I can post it to you, mate. Yeah, David, I'm with you on that. I love niche raid Pokemon. It's like me. I always think of which raid was it? I did it on. Was it the Typhlosion one? I think the Meowscarada raid for that one. I really enjoyed that build that I did. The skill swap substitute to get around when it nullifies your abilities. So you it nullified your ability, took away the flash fire, and then. Because was it what type? I can't remember. It's Terra type. It must have been Ghost, was it? I can't remember. That was a cool build though, because you skill swap turn 1, you sub up turn 2, and then it nullified your ability pretty early on. And yeah, the sub broke. That was the only reason you had it there, and then the rest of the time it just flash fires you, and you pretty much win from there. It was really cool. But it wasn't. That video didn't get much like good feedback. Which was weird. Bevum. No, I made the poll genuinely thinking you guys said no because I really didn't want. Yeah, right. Bevum. You say that now. We know that behind that charade there is the anime evil laugh in the back of your head, laughing at all of this, being like, it was my master plan all along. I'll just hear if you want, Jordan, in the chat, if you want to share. If you don't want to share though, that's super fine, mate. If you plan on sharing it with just keep it sitting on it. Entirely up to you, mate. Oh, we didn't get it. I'm sorry. I just glazed over that as well. Like that reset. I'm sorry, chat. We didn't get it. It wasn't the magic number. Has to be 1,000 now. Big rip. I want to be the best there ever was to beat all of the rest. Yeah, that's my cause. Electra, Diglett, Nidoran, Mankey, Venusaur, Rattata, Pharaoh, Pidgey. There we go. Look at that. Professor Oak typing it all out. I can't do it all though. I love that you've have you just like copied that off somewhere, some website, or is that all recited from your head? The Poké Rap. Find a share with it, what it is. I'm just not got the EV points. Oh, that's fine. That's super fine. Which Pokemon game has the easiest way to hunt shinies? I looked for a YouTube video but couldn't find one. I also thought that this could be a good video idea for you. Could you please tell which? I think the easiest game to shiny hunt on, honestly, is Scarlet and Violet. That would be my... I'm surprised there isn't a video about that either. Just because, yeah, generally, like, you're gonna get the odds and what you can do to change the odds in your favor. Scarlet and Violet just feels like the easiest one because you've got mass outbreaks, you've got shiny sandwich powers that you can adapt, you've got the shiny charm that works, yeah, and everything in the overworld. You've got so many more spawns as well in the games. Yeah, so Scarlet and Violet feels like probably the best games to shiny hunt in my opinion, to get more shinies at least. Pokemon Legends Arceus, that's a nice game to shiny hunt in. The odds in that aren't too bad. You can get the shiny charm as well there. Just call me Luca. I know bits of the original Poké Rap, but I know the Johto Rap by heart. That is, yeah, nice. The Johto Rap, yes. Why did they ever stop doing the Poké Raps? That should have been like a thing that they just kept forever. Well, I do know it by heart basically because I have listened to it a billion times. I did copy and paste it. Fair play, mate. Anyone seen the Pal World rap? I haven't, no. Shiny Charm plus Shiny Sandwich. Any changing of dates like is cheating, lol. Yeah, it's you've got, yeah, this just Scarlet and Violet just peaks everything. It's just sad that some things in Scarlet and Violet you can't get shiny. Trivia time. After shinies were introduced in Gen 2, every gen had a method of bettering your odds with the exception of one generation. Which is it? Gen 5 had the shiny charm introduced, so that's definitely that. Gen 6 definitely had. Is it Gen 4? Gen 4, I think. That would be my guess. Lumpy's gone for as well. Gen 4 had the Poké Radar. Dang. The Gen 3 then. The only generation that you cannot better your odds for shinies is Gen 3. And Gen 2 breeding was busted. Yeah, that's what I thought, because you can, with the IVs, the way they pass down, it's easy to get shinies with eggs once you got the initial setup. Gen 4 has the Radar. Gen 3 is the only one. I thought there might have been a similar thing in Gen 3 breeding to Gen 2, but they obviously fixed it, didn't they? Jordan just posted the Venomoth build. Thank you, Jordan. That is amazing. Let's have a look. Tinted Lens, Calm Mind. I'm going to just copy and paste this if you don't mind, mate. If you do not mind at all, and then I can keep that just to try out. I love Venomoth, so testing it out. Thank you so much for sharing it though, mate. Let's have a look at it. Right, there we go. Venomoth, Tinted Lens, Calm Nature, Fighting Terror. Nice. I like that as well. What do we got? Max EVs in special defense. And you can tune special attack and HP to your liking. Bug Buzz, Terra Blast, Quiver Dance, Sunny Day. Very nice, mate. Very nice. Thank you so much, Jordan. I will definitely give that a go over the weekend to do some herba grinding. I feel like in Scarlet and Violet is the easiest way to shiny hunt. It's the game I got the most shinies in. Yeah, same for me. I don't think I've ever been in a Pokemon game ever before and had so many shinies. It's really been like Sword and Shield. I had that shiny Sizzlipede on my playthrough of that in the gym, so that was full odds. And then I also had a Zangoose. That was my first shiny in Pokemon Scarlet. And that was full odds as well on my playthrough when I was like looking for the Ruin Pokemon. And I got a shiny Zangoose in the wild, which was really cool. But I've never had, like in previous Pokemon games, you know, you go through the net, like the entire game, like multiple times without ever coming across a shiny ever. But this one, I feel like it's nearly impossible not to get a shiny. If you play a good amount of hours in Scarlet, even if you haven't got the shiny charm or set up a sparkling sandwich, I think you're going to come across a shiny Pokemon at some stage. Just the amount of spawns that you encounter throughout your playthrough. The only generation, yeah, so that's the only one. And Charlie, how are you doing, mate? Close to 2,000 resets. Wow, sure aren't shiny locked. That's what I was saying. Yeah, mate. Feels like it does cross your mind, that thought. They are indeed shiny locked. Was Masuda Method Gen 4 or 5? Masuda Method was it Gen 4, I think. So that's one, yeah, that's one. Gen 2 breeding have busted odds. Mega slow to breed, and yeah, they're very slow, aren't they? Going from Scarlet and Violet and getting multiple shinies in half an hour time period to getting to start, yeah. The Dream Quest in Ruby. I can imagine the difference is like crazy. Soon these starters will shine late and you'll have that wave of joy hit. Mate, it's going to be crazy when we get it. I think it's going to be more relief at this point. But this hunt could go on for a lot longer than what we've done so far. We'll be back again tomorrow, of course, with the Nuzlocke run. So I'm hoping we can get into the game soon so we can actually play the game. Be kind of nice. Crimson, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Get your shiny, then start Yell Play. Do you have Pokemon in mind to shiny hunt for your team? I would like to get a Mareep. I think that's definitely something that I would like to add to the team. Ampharos. We're going to claim the Gyarados as you would do just to make it easier. But then outside of that, I haven't really thought too far into it. I think we'll just see what we can get. If you've got any suggestions for things that you'd like to see us go for, Eevee would be a nice one. I think if we can get an Eevee, that would be great. But again, that might be a bit of a grind, but be worth it. At least we'll be a bit into the game by the time we get Luca. Sorry, we get to the Eevee. I'm just looking at Luca's comment there. It's my next one. The first shiny I got in Scarlet was Gogod. That's super nice in Area 0. Right when I started final chapter of the game. That is a super nice bonus at that stage as well. Gogod shiny is very nice as well. Pretty much everyone who played Gen to encounter one shiny, the Gyarados, but back then, yeah, that's true. Yeah, where's that gone? Where's that comment? I've lost it. But then I had no idea of how all the Pokemon could have palette swaps. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was just like a, you know, when I first played Gen 2, I think at the time I thought it was just a one-off. Like shiny Gyarados was literally just, you know, I didn't think any other Pokemon could be shiny. I just thought, oh, that's cool. Gyarados has an alternative color. Be cool if other Pokemon have that. But yeah, it wasn't until years later that I was like, oh, okay. So every Pokemon can be shiny. They're just really rare. First shiny I got in Scarlet was, and my first ever shiny was Larvitar and HeartGold. I was training my Pokemon to fight Red in Mount Silver, and there was a green pink form. That's super nice. Such a nice shiny to get as well. They definitely show as shiny on the screen. Imagine if they only show once you pick them. No, they definitely show, Josh. 100% they show on this view here. This is what makes one of the good reasons about shiny hunting in HeartGold Soul Silver is that you can check all of them the first time. Happy Friday Eve, Osirus. Hope you're doing well today. The Aftermath. I'm doing good, my friend. Great to see you as always, and happy Friday Eve to you as well. Hope you're having a great day. Mr. Baza, nice to see all Pokemon games. I know, mate. I always love jumping back in. We just finished I don't know if you watched any of it. We finished the Leaf Green Nuzlocke playthrough recently, and that was such a blast. That was like one of the most fun series I think I've done on the channel. Sneasel would be cool, not biased. Sneasel would be very cool, mate. Crazy. I got loads of shiny Sneasels in Scarlet and Violet though. I was trying to make a video very early on after Scarlet and Violet came out of how to reset for the shiny Spiritomb and the static encounters, and how to do a quick reset, because there is a way to quickly reset for those static encounters and use a fast travel point between them. And I was trying to do it to get the actual shiny Spiritomb. The encounters ran so much over odds, but I got 2 shiny Hypnos, about 4 shiny Sneasels, 2 shiny Satoodles in the time that I just, yeah, didn't get any shiny Spiritomb. Unfortunately, it never shined for me. I gave up on it because I was like, this video is taking too much time. I need to do other videos, so I had to drop it. Be like in the end, which felt so bad to do, but yeah, shiny Sneasel would be nice to get. Shiny Houndour, that would be really cool. Gold Silver Bird. The Ho-Oh shiny, we could get that, because that would definitely give us a bit of an edge in the late game, where we're pretty safe in knowing that we'll be able to get through the Elite Four pretty easy with that. Oh yeah, shiny Heracross, Luca. Is Heracross a version exclusive though? So we'd have to have the shiny starter on, is it Silver an exclusive, or is it on both of them? I'm just not sure which one it is on. Guess a Pokemon from the described silhouette. It's Gen 1, perfectly round circle. It's a Jigglypuff from above. This is where you turn around and say, no, it's a Voltorb. Don't be dumb. The shiny in Violet was a Litleo. I didn't know it was a shiny it looked like. And why is that one different? I was like, oh, it's a gender difference, but nope, it was a shiny. That's cool, sorry. That's a nice shiny to get as well. I like shiny Litleo and shiny Pyro. Very cool shinies. Got a shiny Sneasel in Platinum, then transferred it over to Soul Silver. That's super cool. Platinum shiny. Wow. Do you think the Pokemon Company will ever include a Nuzlocke mod in their next games? I don't think for a long time. I don't understand why they never use those ideas, but the community loves them. It would be amazing to see them include like a Nuzlocke mod in, like an automatic mod in the games. Because it would be pretty easy for them to implement it. Or they could just offer like a patch upload that you can just have, like, so not, you don't need it, like a Nuzlocke patch for the games that you can just download, or you could pay for. Because I'm sure if you paid like, you know, £2 for a Nuzlocke patch that you could just put onto your game, and take off your game at any point that you want. It's not something that everyone has to have access to, but for those that want to do it, you could have it. That would be kind of cool. That'd be really good, Sam. It's a good idea. I was happy when they did the Voltorb event because Voltorb was my first full odd shiny in Violet, but I got to save it and it exploded on me. Oh no! Did you manage to get another one, Andy? It's always rough when like the shinies explode. Minio is one that haunts me to this day. Charles, how are you doing? Just got a full odd shiny Flamigo. Nice, very cool. It's looking for a Krogunk to knock out for the drops. Nice, mate. That is a really nice shiny to get. Flamigo is a great shiny as well. Quite sure it's both. Nice. In this end, thank you, mate. I'm hoping Soul Silver is the game we get to go with. Lugia is better in my opinion. I think it'll be good either way. Like, I do like both Lugia and Ho-Oh. Like I say, at this stage, I'm not going to be sad. I know, kidding. Come on, shinies. Heracross isn't a version exclusive in these games. Perfect. Riley, I want to get a cool profile pic in my Scarlet and Violet card since my Ribbon Master Sneasel's also in the mini-mart. Decided to hunt for max size 1-2, so I ended up getting 8 shiny. No way, that's crazy, mate. 8. Worth doing though. My first full odd shiny in Violet was Mankey. That's a super nice one, XA. Get that shiny and Ileap on the go. Last time Pokemon did difficulty on a game, they kind of failed. Followed level caps. You unintentionally gain stat advantage because the enemy's stats don't scale with the level. Which game was that in? I'm trying to remember. Didn't they have a difficulty mode in Black and White too? Got the shiny Voltorb during the event. Nice. Nice, Andy. 996 is going to be the shiny. Oddish, we're nearly there. 10 more to the 4-digit resets. Then it becomes a real shiny hunt when we hit 1,000. My first full odds Scarlet and Violet shiny was Capsakid. Super nice Petro. That is cool. I love Capsakid. Very cool shiny. There's a tiny yellow thing charging me. And shiny hunting early kid in XD is taking quite a while. Luckily it's a fast reset. Win the scent. Oh, good luck, mate, with that. That is an epic shiny hunt that you're doing. Hope you see it shine very soon, mate. Nice that it's a quick reset as well. Makes it a little less painful. Sam, 999 shiny for both would be legendary. Could you imagine if both games got a shiny in at the same time? How would we decide? That would be absolutely nuts. Lugia, look, like he got that dog in him. I don't know about Ho-Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I always preferred Lugia. When like these games are around, I do have an appreciation for Ho-Oh. I think that's through like all the competitive play that I've done. I just know like Ho-Oh is just an absolute unit when you need it to be. But yeah, Lugia is very yeah, probably would pick Lugia over the two. UDM17, how are you doing, mate? Got some work, so I can't stay, but just drop by to say hi and good luck on today's. Seems like you need it. Thank you, mate. Definitely need it. Hope you're doing good, though, and I hope the work goes all right, my friend. And look forward to catching up with you when you can jump in on our next one. Black 2, White 2, yeah. It was a challenge mode that you could only get it after beating the game once through. Yeah, I feel like I remember that. 1,000 means 6,000 encounters, right? Yeah, pretty much, mate. The equivalent. We've definitely hit odds now, though. I think for this, or well over odds what we should be. We're checking like 6 at the same time, I think. First Scarlet and Violet full odds. So first full odds in game. Mudbray, very nice, David. That's a cool one to get. Mudbray is a great shiny. I do love shiny Mudbray. got such a nice orange color to it. Right, nothing there. Okay, down to the last 3. Jordan, Venomoth solo the Blastoise finally. Good job, mate. That's brilliant. Congrats, man. The style points. Like I say, the style points for the raid this time around. You get it for doing it with the Venomoth. That's awesome. Have to be honest, I really dislike Lugia and Ho-Oh's sprites in HeartGold, Soul Silver compared to Diamond, Pearl and Platinum. Sinnoh Games basically use the Gen 3 sprites. I was about to say the Gen 3 sprites are fantastic. Like the Lugia sprite in Gen 3 is one of the nicest ones that I've ever seen. I love it. Gen 3 just did the sprites so well, I feel. Starter sprites in this game though are pretty nice. Like I like the look of these ones. Frederick, how are we doing, mate? I hope you're well. Remember, I Masuda hunted shiny Pichu Voltackle. I finally got it yesterday. The 1,350 hatches. Oh my god, I feel so relieved. Congrats, mate. That is a grind and a half. I'm so happy that you managed to pick it up though. That's such a nice hatch though. So many eggs. First full odds was a fletching. Nice. Love shiny Talonflame. Yeah, me too. Talon is such a great shiny. Right, come on. Still resetting for the starters. 3rd time's the charm. Just a Kyle, yeah. 3rd time. Right. 2 more and then we're at the 1,000 mark. Just keep believing. There is only belief going in here. I have to believe at this point. Come on, let's get it this time. Not on 998. Can we get it at 999? Ballet got a meeting now. Hope to get the shiny soon. Bye, chat. Professor Orc, thank you so much, mate. And yeah, thank you so much, chat, for all of the likes on today's. We smashed the 100 like goal, so you guys are awesome as always. Right, 999th check. Nope. We'll do one more. I do have to shoot off in a moment, chat. We will be back later streaming the Deoxys shiny hunt, and we'll probably do it alongside the Arceus hunt in BDSP. So if you're around later and you want to come and see that Deoxys hunt, that was the whole reason for us doing the leaf green Nuzlocke, do drop by. It'd be great to see you then. Maybe we do see something shine today, but could see it in this last check. It is going to be, nah, it's not going to be. No, that is 1,001. So that's what we're on to. Gonna have to shrink these numbers down now, but that's a crazy amount of resets that we've done. But we'll be back tomorrow morning with this hunt, and we will try and get this Nuzlocke underway. All I'm going to say though, friends, is thank you once again for coming by the stream today. Sorry we didn't get the shiny. We've done a bunch of checks and had no luck, but like I say, we'll be back with this one again tomorrow early on. So if you're around for that, it'd be great to have you join us. Maybe you can come and give us some shiny luck tomorrow. But it's been an awesome stream as always, and if you're around later, I would love to I'd love to see you there. If you're around, we'll be doing the Deoxys hunt. I'll get the schedule up as soon as I can, but I'm gonna have to shoot off now, and just want to say thank you again, friends. Have a great rest of your mornings or afternoons, whatever time of day it is, or even evenings where you are, and hopefully catch you on the next one very soon. So until then, friends, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.